trick nature. Did I see the LCS relegation drama? Yes, I did, Kevin. Yes, I did. Summit and Ghost both watching a VOD during a pause, which is a competitive no-no. Even if it's not malicious, it's just such a stupid thing to do. Okay, first game of the day. 3 series today, folks, so likely going to be chilling out a little bit more. Ghost only brought up Discord, not the VOD. Right, good to know, Blade. I've only just woken up and seen it, so.
这已经回到了就当初换线最多的那个时候，每一把你要先去侦测对面一级的信息。Kellen 也是带上自己的扫描在红区。
I'm interested in seeing how this bot lane goes, because on paper, I think on draft, Nymaera and Nico beats the Lucian Brawl. The Diablo Kellen are very good players. Ooh. Oh, I need to get my coffee from the other room too. In fact, I maybe need to do that now at level 1 before anything else goes wrong.
猎物应该是一个人要再上线去战了。
Sam's going to take a bit of a break today, by the way, folks, because he had 13 games yesterday. Oh, they're doing the Taeyun swap. By the way, folks, this is the Taeyun swap, not the Viper swap. Team WE did this first, so it's not the Viper swap. In fact, KT Rolster's coach Score was talking about how this AD carry top lane swap was done by Team WE in scrims first.
那打野舒服了呀，对的，打野速4或者说速6的时间点都会往前提一点，而且第一轮基本上也不会形成任何的干扰嘛，就大家都是各刷自己的6组野怪，加上一只河蟹。哦哟，一级打的还是很凶的，其实一级只要能摸到兵线的云阿娜是一个对拼能力很强的英雄。 其实这个上路目前 AD 往上站，核心还是在于怎样尽可能让鳄鱼少点去叠怒。所以你可以利用你自己射程的优势，多去平 A 他，耗点血。目前这个态势来看的话，利佛近半的生命值，然后自己的药已经磕掉了。然后 BFX 这边因为下路卢锡安对魁也没有任何压力，所以他们可以让布隆很早的开始游走。Naked 也回家往上赶了。
Okay, we're back. Yeah, no, it's the Viper. No, it wasn't the Viper swap. No, Viper did it like a month after Team W did. It's the Taeyun swap. It's not the Viper swap. Leave getting pounced upon in top side, and he does have a flash. Won't be able to use it. Go down for first blood. But yes, it was KT Rolster has their coach Score was talking about how it was actually Team WE that did the swap first, and they did it in Pro first too. They did it about a month before. Actually did it first on stage, so it is the Taeyun swap, not the Viper swap. They were the ones that innovated it and did it on stage first. But yeah, it's meant to give you like a good laning phase versus the top laner first. But, you know, AD carries a little bit vulnerable. Oh, Nymaera. He's caught out as well. Has to flash away. Uses the heal too, I think, in that. Did he use that? No, it didn't show up. Okay, cool. NIP not off to a great start in this game. BFX really good early gank to break the early power of this swap and Nymaera bullying out. Just gonna check what the quality is on the stream actually, because I'm not sure. Check real quick. There we go. I didn't load it in proper quality. Good job, me. There we go. Makes it a lot better. Ain't that better? Oh, and the wave's in a really bad spot. Kellen flashing forwards for the Q. Raptor comes forwards, lands the knock-up as well. And Leave does have a flash, won't be able to use it again. Great early game from Fearex. Great early game from Fearex. Punishing the Taeyun swap from NIP. Putting the wave into an awful spot and punishing again.
4分多钟的时间里面，利物已经阵亡2次，而且这一次是掉闪的阵亡。哇 ，Raptor 这个皇子前期声音很大呀。感觉 NIP 这个小设计把自己设计进去了。其实你说真的对上线会怎么样吗？真的对上线，魁丧帝对上鳄鱼，没有任何压力。然后
So what does NIP do now? They're down 1,000 gold already.
其实碰到卢锡安布隆的话，吃一点点压力，但不至于到现在。
Doinby coming in mid lane. Raptor's around. They put a ward in the brush now. Oh god, Nymaera. Just about makes it out alive. Minions not aggroed onto him. One little minion was. NIP, they've just had the early game fall apart now, and he's getting Braum Q. It's a little scary there too. Raptor stealing away at camp. Yes, so the thing is, Nyo's been farming while all this has been happening. Which should be okay normally, but yeah. Just play safe, exactly. Yeah, just play safe top lane, you know? Nyo just trying to clean up what he can. Not looking that slick from NIP though. Still down around that 1,000 gold mark.
昨天 Diablo 的那个尤安娜就是他前期也不算特别的优，但是他每一波碰撞里面都有可能会捞到一些人头。对。现在再换回来，那卢锡安在初始的装备上已经领先尤安娜一些了，这个线会更加难对一点。
So it seems counterintuitive to pick Nico and swap AD top. No, the reason is that Yunara is very good in early 1v1s against any champion, really. They're often pretty good against melee bruisers and stuff like that. Not bad damage here. Diablo dealing it back though. Great damage onto Leave. Even the Q landing from Kellen.
Diablo 滑上了这个时间点啊，没有办法做后续的进攻。反倒是 Diablo 这边的这个血量被打了很多。
So most of the gold lead is on the Renekton, who did get that first blood in the lane swap situation, the Taeyeon swap.
这野区确实齐安娜是刷的蛮舒服的呀。
There is a Cull stacking in for Leave. Got the first 30 down already. Hey, dear, how's it going?
但现在感觉对于 NIP 来说有一个首要任务，就是让 Live 快速的连接回这个游戏啊。
Leave has lost a decent amount of CS from, you know, dying twice. Doesn't help.
看看能不能在另外一个半区碰撞，但现在问题来了 ，NIP 有点出掣肘，他另外一个半区是对面鳄鱼这个半区，也没法碰撞。 除非你能够说跟对面做中野辅的3v3。
Haven't really seen NIP's mid jungle do much just yet. Harder for them to do stuff early game, which is one of the worries that we had coming out of draft. Shockwave not getting anything there. Vikla somewhat whiffing that. VRX roster just looks so much more impressive, not gonna lie. I wouldn't say they're too different. Ooh. Raptor stealing away a little bit, flashing for the super just about talent, get the root afterwards, Raptor. Well, doesn't have flash for this one, great fireback from NIP. Nyo's Kiana getting an assist, and the kill goes over towards Leave on the Yunara. Grub's left up now too. No smite for BFX because they've lost their jungler. This is good from NIP. Gold advantage is actually somewhat back to even now. 80 carries even, 2 grubs down already. Clone blocks up a little bit of damage there. 3 grubs, do they get out? Yes, they do, alright. Really good pick from NIP, gets them the objective too. Getting zoned off the top turret, but it could be worse here, I suppose.
这个上线有点不太好回啊，打完这个下虫，看看能不能保一下。
Yeah, Yunara getting a lead against this team is really quite worrying. The only thing which threatens the Yunara later is a Jarvan Ori combo, while Leave doesn't have flash. If Yunara gets to play out well in team fights without getting shockwaved, I think NIP are very comfortable at that point.
刀差的有点多，就会反而体现在这个经验值上。你看卢锡安7级半，Live 只有6级出头，尤其这还是一个前面吃单人线经验的 Live， 对吧
？Reminder: the Cricket picked BFX. Now, of course, what does it mean to be picked by the Cricket? Does it mean you will win or lose? That's beyond our understanding. Instead of just one Cricket randomly moving in the box, they should have one representing each side fighting into... Do you really want... Maybe you should get Stag Beetles to fight. DMV getting Shockwave, the E cancelled out. DMV does have his ult. Use the first part of it. Vikla trading ult for ults. DMV does have teleport, can get back out onto the map, so not a big loss for them there. Dragon taking away an OAT, so BFX not able to get either of the early objectives. 3 grubs and Dragon for NIP. Nathan, by the way, thanks for the follow, appreciate you. Solo kill, down a little bit of gold because Clay got that kill earlier, as we were mentioning before. Rest of the map very even now.
什么装备出现在正面，只要有这个大招，就能够起到一定的功能性。 两边的这个大招的伤害，其实左边就是更容易能够打出来。发条跟皇子。
Appreciate the follow from you as well, Ultrazza. Is Yunara nerfed or on ASI patch? Yeah, we've had some of the nerfs come through. I'm not sure if it's all of them. I'm not sure if there's one coming through for the Worlds patch. I believe Yunara is now had all the nerfs she's going to get. But I can't remember, honestly. Do we know if there's going to be any form of Pro View for Worlds, or even a replay of the Pro View? I have no idea. I have no idea.
然后我们看到 solo Q 也非常的稳健，对，他在面对左边的这个阵容的情况下，这个大反甲能够极大的去增加自己的坦度。
Game slowing down a little bit. Then again, there's no objectives to fight over, so no surprise there. Raptor was just hanging around to see if there was a gank angle, a gangle. I already missed Pro View. I missed Pro View. Pro View was good. And then, the thing is, Pro View came out, and then COVID hit. And then COVID hit, and then... Oh, hang on a second. Leave does have flash. They should see him in the brush now. They do. Ooh, good damage. Good auto reset. Leave popping the ult. Transcends one spirit. Gets the slow. Flash away for the Supreme Display of Talents. They won't overstay. Q's now landing. Raptor coming forwards. Nightcat has himself the ultimate too. This might be a bridge too far for BFX. I don't think they have the damage now. Leave. Flashing forwards, forcing the flash out of Diablo there. Or was that the dash? Either way. Leave very close to sniping out a second. Okay, yeah, this is a problem for BFX now. You have 2 kills on the Yunara, and the Cull is cashing in. We were saying, actually, NIP, if they get out of the early game, their comp does look really good. And I think they have now, actually. This is a problem for BFX now. The Yunara's ahead. Oh, that's a level 5 Braum to a level... Oh, okay. Jumps over, Doomby gets himself a kill too. Bad recall from Callan. You know, once upon a time, we used to call bad recalls in the middle of nowhere, the OGN recall. Ah, Doomby. Hang on a second. He can actually kill Diablo here. Diablo has barrier. Barrier bait. Oh, so close to getting with a... Oh, Doomby, that's the world champ difference. Oh my god. Is it worth trading 1-for-1 there? Yeah, I think it is. I think even if the Akali is less fed... Oh my god, Doomby. That was slick. The world champ difference, baby. Oh, wonderful. Well, that means that the Lucian isn't farming now. Doesn't push out the wave particularly well topside. Yeah, the wolf click, world champ difference. Someone turned the cap round that backwards like Ash. That's not Wolfie, Alex. You can't just say that. I know, it's Dernby. The far superior player, of course. Hey, Wolfie and Dernby. Look, if there was going to be a Perish Trap player in Pro League, it would be Dernby. It would be his Dark Technologies. Ah, so it wasn't the flash later, it was just the dash away from this. So Raptor comes in, and they think they have the damage to deal with Nio, but surely you're not killing Nio and Leave. That's the problem there. Leave very nearly killing off Diablo there. Worth noting that Leave was the guy which... Hang on a second, Doomby doesn't have flash. No, he's around the corner though, should be safe. Leave was the player that the LPL believed was going to replace Uzi and become the face of their league. I don't think he's had as clean a career path as he would have wanted because of everything which happened in 23. But the guy has been very impressive. Thought it was Gala? Yeah, no. There are different kind of generations of players for that. But Leave was meant to be the next great golden player. And also Uzi retired as Leave was kind of coming up into prominence at the end of 23. Well, actually, technically, Uzi came back to replace Leave on EDG 23. In fact, I cast Uzi's last again. But, yeah. Funnily enough, Uzi gave Leave the advice, only talk to 2 women in your life, your woman and your sister. Everything else can wait until the end of your career, which I thought It's kind of iconic, but also... Oh god, no, I guess the Spirit is left. Talon Vickler does have Flash. Vickler will flash away. Does have Shock... No, he doesn't have Shockwave. Oh, Doomby gets the kill because of that. No Shockwave to disengage. I think Doomby will be trading a 1-for-1 here, though. Who did they give it over to? Diablo, presumably. Giving gold back to the AD carrier. I don't love it. But Doomby's getting himself some gold, too, so, you know, maybe he just wants to have fun. Do I have co-streaming rights for Worlds? Hang on a sec. Diablo, my dude. Not sure about that one. Maybe I am now. Great defensive. Pop Blossom. Leave how much extra damage has he got? So close. The extra damage comes through. Trade it out. 1-for-1. An extra kill towards... Who did that go towards? Suppose that would have been towards Leave there. 3-3. On the Nymaera. Yeah, I'm not confirmed co-streaming rights for Worlds. I've applied and I'm hoping that it comes out with a yes, but we'll see. I did apply late, I suppose, because it was very hard to know when to actually apply for co-streaming rights, because I've never done it before. Now, I've been found out on the dragon. We'll get the smite through, might die for it, and will do. Did have the flash, but wanted to make sure the dragon was secured. Clay gets himself the solo kill onto the Kiana. Doomby coming down, has ult in 5. I don't think he can kill the Renekton from that HP. Supreme left hand came through here. Bit of shared gold between Doomby and Nio. Kellen and Raptor have been moving around the map pretty successfully. They've been at the series... Okay, the way they've moved around the map to get to where the play is happening has been good. The actual play at the play hasn't always been as solid, you know, and that top lane probably shouldn't have jumped forward, for instance. Thank you, Eddie, I appreciate you. Diablo did get the kill back though, so it ended up being a 1-for-1 between AD carries. Slight gold lead to Diablo actually, despite the kill being cashed in full Leave. Surely Diablo should have a shutdown at this point, right? When did he die? When did he pick up his first death compared to his kills? Did he die first and then the 3 kills came after? This is the play. Oh, so he had no Dominus. So while we were in replay, Clay did die. I was wondering if Doomby would be able to kill him. I didn't think he would be from that HP, but Nio came down and added some extra damage. Nio's Kiana game's been good pretty well. 2 items on the Kiana already. 1,000 gold up. Yeah, Kiana's looking pretty good here. Kiana is one of those champions where if you misstep once, though, you kind of just evaporate. Ooh, ult through the wall. Raptor's here. Shockwave comes through. There was a little bit of damage reduction coming through. E out. Footmark. Is he got enough regen coming through? Vickler's gonna die to the turret. And Raptor's caught on the way out too. Oh, it's a fiesta. It's a fiesta. Kasante Gaming. Man. If you ever did a League ASMR, I'd listen to it. I have to say, I have considered doing very chill casts. In fact, I did do it for a little while. Because I did some earlier this year when I was doing like very early morning casts, and we were doing like German in the morning too. Where is Cadrel? I don't know. Is Cadrel streaming or not? Who knows? I thought he normally... Wait, does he stream on Tuesdays normally? Is it a Tuesday? Oh yeah, Cadrel takes Tuesdays off. I should have learned from that, really. Setting in a regular day when you're not streaming does kind of help you not burn out. I wish you cast the next LCK next year, replacing Chronicler. I did think about applying, but I don't know if my heart can take. I've had so much stress from moving countries to Germany from the UK, and that's a small move that I'm not sure I'll be able to do Europe to Korea. I think if I'd been asked 3 years ago, I would have done it. I don't know if I could do that now, though. I already feel like I've missed so much time with family and friends. Oh, he was supposed to stream today, but something came up. Right, gotcha. Ooh, Leave Quadat does have flash and ult. The Redemption trying to get him over the wall. Diablo flashing into the Redemption, trying to predict the flash from Leave. Dashing forwards again, but Leave's alive. Hop, skip, and a jump. There's a Battle Herald. Doesn't get the knock up onto Leave, though. What's the current kill score? 1 for none? He's gonna drive it into turret. Leave's Raptor's like, okay, alright, I'm probably dead, but let's get the turret. He might have fly drag back up now. He might get out all the same. Oh, an escape from Diablo as well. So it ends up being 1 for turret. Okay, we're in full Fiesta mode. Raptor flashing. Another flash drag. He has another flag drag. Clear's got the kill. Oh, BFX. BFX. What a wonderful team. Oh, who would win? Group Fries or Nirvana? Oh, God. This is true Nirvana versus Fries gaming. Oh, Jesus. Very funny. And he has caught out now. He does have flash. I don't think he's making it out of this one. I say that. Is there another flag drag? Is there another flag drag? Another W from Kiana should be safe. He's very low HP though, which means that Atakan's gonna be started. I think BFX might have just... I think they might have just fiested their way to an Atakan. They might have done. Now just cleared up Croak, so he gets a little bit of healing off that. Dermby's coming up. Leave is alive but running out of base. Clear is running out of base too. Now does... Hang on. There's a Kiana ultimate. There is actually a Kiana ultimate. Dermby's walked in. He has himself Supreme Fatality's killed the jungler. They don't have a smite now. The Kiana misses. Terrible damage by the Kiana. Gets a double kill. I'm not sure K'Sante can quite do enough K'Sante things. No, but Leave is back. Hang on a second. Leave just popped his ultimate. Triple kill for Diablo. Oh, Jesus Christ. There's 22 kills in 21 minutes. Leave. Pops the ultimate. There's no shockwave now. W landing from Leave onto Vikla. Leave, can he 1v4? Dashes out of the Braum Q. Damage going through from Clear. Dominus not in range to get the stun. Is that going to be enough to secure the Atakan? I think it is. Oh, bloody hell. This is Fries versus Nirvana gaming, folks. Incredible. Incredible. Oh, God. Just put the fries in the bag, man. I am very much enjoying this game, even if I do not understand what is happening. So gold lead to NIP has been cut to basically nothing. Welcome to the channel, by the way, the new people that are following. Appreciate you. Yeah, this is one of the games of all time. 2 items for Leave. Bloody hell, 3 items for Diablo now. He's gone towards the Lucidity boots as well. Feats of strength were earned by NIP. Atakan, God, 30 petals to 8. That's kind of significant, actually. No? It's almost that's all over. That's a 2-level advantage in AD carry. Okay, Dragon started. NIP have the 2 dragons. If they get a 3rd one, that's a real threat for Infernal Soul later. Okay, Nightcat on the flank. Vikla does have Shockwave potentially to bring it over. Dragon secured by NIP. Vikla out of position now. Solo kill. Caught up by the Cataclysm. Raptor, I'm not sure about that one, buddy. Diablo kind of strong, but can't chase down for anything. So it's 1 and a dragon for NIP. Nothing for BFX. ASI. This could end up being a very entertaining tournament, folks. I kind of am here for the Fiesta. And also Durnby just randomly styling for the 1-for-1s. Now we're going for the Edge of Night 3rd. Do I agree with the Edge of Night here? I mean, it can really help with... bits and pieces. Does he follow it? Of course he follows it. Durnby using his ultimate. I don't think that ultimate went the way that he wanted it to. Some dead good damage onto Clear. Hang on, how many... Durnby must have all 5 ultimate hunter stacks at this point. Raptor is meant to be 1 kill a minute, 1 death per minute? Heck yeah. Raptor is half their kills? Oh my god, you're right. Raptor has actually been 6 of NIP's 12 kills. That is very funny. What's wrong with this J4? They have seen the golden light of the cricket. They've seen the golden light of the cricket. What else can I tell you? The grasshopper drove us to a great many great and terrible deeds. Vikla always 0 impact. He was okay in the early game, but then I think wait, the cricket update. Our green god is still picking Fear X. But is it for life or death? Fun fact for Blade Trinity. Let me have a think. Oh, I've already said grasshoppers are 5 times older than grass. What else? Do I have any fun? Yeah, I do have one. I might have said this before. Wait, what did they hop on before grass? So in the words of Carl Carlson, just hoppers in it. So I mentioned this fun fact on LEC. Why did I move to Germany? For the LEC, Jeff. For the LEC. I moved there in 22. That's when I became a professional caster. That's when I actually made this a living.
无心插柳，柳成荫刚好是规避了一次死亡，就选择了那条最正确的道路嘛。其实这种有一点抛硬币的成分在里面，就是你如果说走的那条路刚好是对面也走过来的那个路，两个人迎面撞个满怀，那阿卡丽就单杀了。现在团战他们得想一下怎么。How
are you at interrupting or interpreting tempo vibes in games? Do you know who has the tempo now? I didn't see the map state as we came out of it. Hop is in it.
大于2的一个效果，对我觉得王子跟发条的一个配合，套球，然后找利弗，打团的位置很重要啊。
Do grasshoppers actually hop on grass? Sometimes, I'm sure they do.
上一波输掉的团战在恶坛附近，就是因为
Who has the tempo in Disguise versus Estral? That's a great question. You know, tempo has a long time to fizzle out over the course of 8 hours or 12 hours or something. Did I apply for LCK? No, I didn't end up doing so. I probably should have done. Sounded. Isn't the UK also part of the LEC? So LEC is broadcast from Berlin, and if you're in Berlin, then they don't have to pay for hotel and travel costs, which makes it more likely that it'll be hired because it costs them less money to hire you. So, for instance, there are people in Berlin there are a lot of people who move to Berlin for the LEC. Of course, it doesn't guarantee you that, of course, because you have, there's been a bunch of people who move to Berlin because effectively it's like, look, we don't want to hire people outside of Berlin, which makes sense, right? Particularly as costs need to get cut more and more as time goes on, but yeah. Okay, okay, I'm not saying that they directly said that, but that's kind of like the interpretation which I've had. I've actually never heard them directly say that, but yeah. 1 kill a minute and completely even in terms of gold at 24 minutes? Hell yeah. Yes, Simple, I did hear about the promotion drama over in LTA. It's a mess, isn't it? Can we call a play that's illegal but works reaching the summit? What do you mean? Reaching the summit is like that's when you see your League of Legends life flashing before your eyes, and then you actually realize it's a VOD in the background. Do I have any other fun facts? Because I didn't really give you a fun fact there, did I? Bugs used to be bigger in the age of the dinosaurs because nothing had evolved to digest tree matter. So trees would just keep growing, dying, taking carbon out of the air, and it made the oxygen content of the air really, really high, which meant that bugs could grow to bigger sizes. Disguise versus Estral, not Eternal. It was Estral, yeah. But Ghost and Summit both have had some, interesting allegations against them because we saw Summit open up the VOD of the game that he was playing during a pause, and then Ghost opened, I think, Discord. Any physics fun facts? I do have a couple. Oh, hang on, catch on to Nio. Now it does have flash. He uses the ult just in case there was more engage coming through. There wasn't. He gets hit by a broad Q. My cat using a defensive ultimate. That's a bit of a problem. Come out of the pause. Immediately all hell breaks loose. Yeah, I think my favorite physics fun fact is E to the I pi Euler's equation. Is that Euler's? Yeah, that's Euler's, right? One of many. Okay, here's a fun fact. Hang on, Nike Quad out here does have flash, doesn't need to use it. So I lost my train of thought. E to the I pi is 3 different constants from different areas of physics and ends up equaling -1, which means that actually we're on a pretty good track for all different areas of mathematics doing something pretty good there. Different areas of mathematics, if they agree through different logic, means that we're probably onto something good. Oh, here's a fun fact. There's a guy called Euler who is arguably one of the greatest mathematicians of all time, maybe the most impressive one. He discovered so many things that they had to start naming equations after the second person that discovered them because he had too many he discovered. What's this tournament for? It's for Pride. It's for Pride. Nio. Going on to Callum right now. Raptor's behind him, as is Vikla. Dragon in 30 seconds. Any kind of pick now is kind of huge. Because it would be Soul for NIP. Pause. Yeah, what has happened to the game? Guys, that is mid 3-man dunk. Guys? Guys, what's happened? Wait, hang on. Which server is this game being played on? Because I know there's been server issues across the world. Wait, hang on, whoa, we can see the game being played in the background! Guys, we can see the game being played in the background! We can see it on his screen! Huh? Guys? BFX must have won the fight, because we saw them taking Dragon on screen after. It's now paused. Did the spectator crash? Oh, Jesus Christ. Guys, this is game 1. This is game 1 of potentially 9 games. Oh, Jesus. And now the streamers. Okay. Okay. If we're gonna have a pause like this, at least we can get a cricket in. Can we get a cricket? Can we get a cricket in here? It reminds me of old LPL with 12-hour shifts. God, yeah, last year when we had the 9-game days on Saturday and Sunday, I think I want to say it was. Yeah, I did have one time where I did 18 games in 2 days. Whilst this supports, you may as well make an announcement on Discord. Oh, true. The thing is, I don't want to make Discord announcements and then annoy people with everyone, but that is true. Anyway, whatever. Come and enjoy our cricket-based gameplay. There's no wickets involved. Yeah, I have to say, I've been reminiscing a lot about the old LPL broadcast recently. Because I saw Munchables tweeting, and I was like, God damn, I miss Munchables. He actually lives very close to home for me now, back in the UK. I should go see him next time I'm back. That's true, Blade, that's true. Okay, so from what we gathered, BFX won the fight which paused the game, and then took the dragon afterwards. Now, what I would imagine has happened is the spectator has broken. Dude, Munchables, Lyric, Sheen, I'd give everything for all of you to cast LPL together. Yeah, no, I've got a lot of respect for my former LPL colleagues. They were very, very cool. Of course, hey, thanks for the resub, Drew. I appreciate you. Where did they find the people that do the LPL cast now? So, Elliot, that is not an official broadcast. That is a fan broadcast. It was set up by Kelsey Moser, who basically reached out to a lot of the tier 2 NA talents and some of the people that worked with them across the world. So it's basically the people that used to do NACL and stuff like that. And of course there's someone like Mazel as well, and Out Battery, who were part of the official LPL broadcast. Did I stay in China during your official LPL casting days? No, I came in during the remote era. I did, however, travel to China to do 23 summer finals and regionals. So I went out to Xi'an, and yeah, got to cast Uzi, the Shy, Jaculov, Knight, Scout. Awesome. 23 summer was a hell of a split, folks. 23 was an awesome year of LPL. Very, very entertaining. You finally joined Discord? Thanks, Blade. Well, I guess we wait for... Yeah, NIP wipe... I'm pretty sure that NIP all died, and FearX got Dragon. I'm pretty sure that's what's happened. Who won the first map? We're still in the first game! We're still in the first game! We're in the middle of a pause! I mean, I think it's because the spectator crashed. Surely, because I think the game was continuing after. Do you think Lost Ratones can beat these two teams? My worry is Lost Ratones' early game can get a little bit messy. And I do actually think that LPL LCK top laners are really good. So I think that Baus doesn't get as much stuff for free. I think it'd be really fun. I'd want to see it. But yeah.
一旦他们的防装出来，其实对于齐安娜和阿卡丽有一定的反制手段以后。
Lost Returns is 0-2 versus Kiana. Oof, not great against LPL teams then.
或者说谁的容错更高嘛？发条那边的完全体的金身，然后
Look, I like Baus. In fact, I think I cast. I didn't cast with Baus, but I was working on LEC while Baus had his first. Because Baus was on LEC in 2022 on the broadcast, and I was on the same weekend as him. I didn't get to work directly with him, but we do follow each other on socials from back then. Bro, you got the best job in the world? I like casting League of Legends. Casting League of Legends is a very fun experience, folks. You should try it out sometime. Garm beat Lost Returns 2-1 in scrims. That's true, and that was while Garm were playing on high ping as well. Appreciate you, Adrian. That's very kind of you to say. Okay, folks, if you were going to have an animal do predictions for you, I mean, we had the octopus at the Football World Cup back in like 2008. We have the cricket now. What animal would you have predicting your games, and how would they do it? An owl? Okay, but what kind of owl? Why don't I cast Dota? More entertaining? I never played Dota. Crows, that's very true, Angie. Crows are also very... The thing is, though, crows are very intelligent, so they might choose the right answer, but crows are also very devious, so they might just lie. A cute puppy, and we rotate it out for another cute puppy every series? Oh my god, imagine playing, like, puppy roulette. Which puppy is going to get the right to choose? A turtle. Just so you can make everyone wait, you just choose, like, a tortoise. Jat's cat? Yeah. Fearless Fox? Hell yeah. When am I going to cast Bloons Tower Defense? Hey, I am a big... I'm a Bloons enjoyer. I'm a Bloons enjoyer. The real question is... Oh my god, are we back in? Okay. Okay, so what happened? What happened? Whoa, okay. So, wait. Dragon is not yet dead. Oh, so it's only one dead. Only one dead. Alright, okay. We're back into it, folks. We're back into it. Okay. Lila. So Dragon died, NIP didn't get Soul. Gold's still very close. NIP only lost one in the engage, though, I think. Nyket died. Doesn't look like anyone else died, so it wasn't like a full wipe. 3 groups to NIP means they can get the top lane turret pretty well. Doomby's getting really fed, by the way. You'd have a goldfish choose your predictions? Damn. Yeah, during that pause, Jarvan was actually just fighting the dragon. It was a real dragon. Okay, well, I hope that doesn't bode of more pauses throughout today. Looks like Nico and Yunara flashed out of J4 Dunk. That's true. That's true. Has to be the Kraken from the World Cup. Yeah, the Octopus. Didn't it have like 100% win rate as well? Didn't it guess everything? Oh, ult, and that's a dead Kellen. There is no one even close to him as well. I mean, Raptor is nowhere near him. And this is one of the reasons why Kiana is so dangerous to play against. She can just explode you with a bunch of CC and damage on pick attempts like this. Imagine Nymaera and Atlas casting LCK together. I have to say, it's very much on my bucket list to cast with Atlas at some point. A lot of how I cast League of Legends is inspired by Atlas. Hang on a second, Nio does have the Grass Blade, can go invisible, should be safe. Do you think Tyr and Rod are the best item combo in years? It was always was a good combination back in like season, even all the way back in like season 1 and 2 or whatever. Or season 3 is where it really started to keep up. Vikla flashed, he did. That's true. Diablo is 7-1. This is a very fed Lucian. I just don't know whether Lucian is the champion that can carry this kind of game. Would I say that Tyr Rod was the best item combo in years? I mean, we did have some pretty insane stuff like Eclipse, Death Dance, or Gore Drinker and stuff like that, which were insane for a little while. Hang on, Kellen caught out again. And now he's got his ult in 3. Yeah, Kellen's just dead again. And because you have Axiom Arc, the ult cooldown goes lower from the Kiana too. Oh, poo. That's not great for BFX. So, supports died twice in 2 minutes. Nice. Do you remember the double tier stacking? Seraphs and Muramana? That was nasty. That was nasty. There was also... God, what else was there? There was Kraken IE back in the Mythic era. That was insane. What were the other insane item combos? There was... Gordrick Asterix... Triforce Sterix. Back on Triforce Sterix when Sterix buffed your base AD, so it meant that Triforce did more. There was Gordrick Asterix. There was a bunch of different Death Dance iterations, which were insanely broken. Heart of Gold, Philosopher's Stone, Avarice Blade for the full bank build? Hell yeah. Warmogs, Atmas Impalers? Awesome. If I could bring one item back, what would it be? Deathfire Grasp, but only I can build it. So I would bring back Deathfire Grasp, but only I could build it. Hang on, Leave doesn't have Flash. He doesn't have ult either. That would have been a great pick. They could have actually dunked him there. Oh, big kick. Nugget dies real quick. Raptor does have his dunk still. Solarkill has Flash, has ult, uses the footwork. Probably does need to W at some point. Was it on cooldown? Doesn't matter. He's dead. Dermby on the side lane. Didn't teleport in. BFX grouped up as 5. Good 2 picks then. Does that open up Baron? I think it does. 50 seconds dead for Solarkill. Pause again. Oh, bloody hell. Come on. I remember Sterix and AD carries like Tristana. Oh, God. Yeah. Before they made it melee only. Yeah. What else is super broken? There were a couple of Titanic Hydra builds which were really, really broken. There were Rageblade builds which were just utterly disgusting too.
大龙坑、小龙坑全都能下去，所以这个拼场的机会，我觉得算是，跟其他这个打野相比还蛮高的。就这个位置3C 在的情况下，其实 NIP 是有操作的空间的，对吧？
I hope that the DDoS isn't ongoing, be a giant pain. I don't know what server they're playing this on. If it's on, surely this is on Tournament Realm, right? But then again, NACL was also paused yesterday. Wait, can you DDoS Tournament Realm? I doubt you can. Surely you can't. There's got to be protections for that. I guess because it's online, there might be some network issues. Oh, he's played. Well, I hope you like some pause content, because that's what we're going to have a lot of. There's a printer in the background there. Okay, the real question. Who here actually owns a printer? Because I feel like a lot of people do not own printers anymore. Because I don't. It is still in a pause. That has not been unpaused yet. I don't own a printer. I would like to own a printer. I would like someone I know nearby to own a printer. We're back out of the pause. Nice. I live with my parents and they own one? Yeah. Okay, so 2 kills into the Baron. BFX, momentum cut a little bit by the pause, but who cares? Baron will come out for free, really. No contest. NIP instead, what they're going to do is go towards the dragon and try and play around the soul in a minute. What do you mean the Chinese team always pulls the game? It literally happened in NA yesterday. And also, there's a Korean team in this game too. How do you know which team's pausing it? We don't know which team's pausing it. That's a pretty unfair statement to make. Fnatic pause? Yeah, it's actually just Crepo and Froggen in the server room. Froggen. That's a teleport. Solarkill, you okay there? That could be a bit of a problem. Okay, safe. I kept threatening the engage forwards. Does have flash again. I actually think NIP are in a pretty good spot here. BFX are going to walk forwards and use the Baron to push in mid lane. But if BFX takes too long to do this, they will lose Infernal Soul, and that is a problem. Laser Printer. Damn, nice, Angie. Oh, Jesus Christ, what just happened there? Vikla just whiffed it. That might actually just throw the dragon. That actually might just throw the dragon. Oh, that can't get the 3-man ult. That could be it. Lucian's dead. They've just killed the Lucian. There's a whiff for the shockwave, but they kill the AD carry. Raptor's gonna die as well. Raptor will die. He flash drags in, but what did Vikla just do? What did Vikla just do? BFX take the Baron. They're late to the dragon setup. They whiff this shockwave, and things fall apart. Proper Fry's game in that. Oh, Jesus. Infernal Soul to NIP. 33 minutes and like 33... Is it 33 kills? 32 kills so far. Clear will probably die on the backside of this. Clear pops the Dominus. I don't think it's going to help him. He's trying to intercept the wave and use the Baron to stop them from pushing down in mid lane. They do still have 3 grubs and they're pushing a bot lane though, so that's a bit of a problem. Ult into the wall. Nio got that back, I suppose, in the fight. That's pretty close from Clear, actually. Dermby... quite close from that. Flash away from Clear. Again, it won't save him, but it will get him an extra kill. Oh, bloody hell, Clear's actually just styling on him. Gets a kill back somehow from that. Kellen's gonna... Kellen's gonna solo out Doobie after. Oh my god, holy crap. Doobie goes down. I don't know if he will end up getting the bot lane turret. The assassin brawn. Oh god, I hope you're enjoying this League of Legends. This is gonna be a very unique game, folks. A very unique game. Oh, Jesus. Who's your favorite? Peak Marin, Zeus, or Noguri? Marin for nostalgia reasons, but Noguri out of... Oh, actually, no. I think Zeus was the highest level, but Marin for nostalgia reasons, because I was a huge SKT fan back in 2015. I think Nightcat's probably going to die here, folks. There's no one coming to help him. He gets dunked. That'll be a dead Nico. Nice little kill there for BFX picking up the pieces. Now, the problem is, Baron is gone. Infernal Dragon, Infernal Soul is still on NIP. So BFX are probably still going to be dragged to a late game with an Elder here. What's going on? We've had a bunch of pauses. That's what's going on. Both AD carries heading up towards full build. Derby has a crazy lead. At least there's a stopwatch on Vikla now. I can't believe that Claire just massacred the backline. Have I played Ever Crisis? That's the Crisis Core remake, right? I'm not gonna lie, I heard the voice actor for Zac, and I chose not to, because the voice acting for Zac was really not good in that game, which was a huge selling point in the original game. Akali can just one-shot both carries at this point. Yep, that is a worry. And then also Leave will be able to proc Infernal Soul really consistently too. Zeus MVP in finals versus the Shy was such a crazy peak. So yes, but also reminder that Weibo chose red side in all of those games and ended up giving Zeus counterpick in a counterpick top lane meta. So I think that while Zeus did play very well in those finals, a lot of it is because Weibo chose to give him counterpick, and that was a huge mistake. Oh, Gacha game Final Fantasy. Right. I thought it was I thought Ever Crisis was the Crisis Core remake. I haven't played the Ever Crisis then. Hey Sam, how's it going? Yeah, we've had like 3 pauses. We've yeah. Sam, it's a mess, Sam. We have like a kill a minute.
Oh yeah.
Doomby has been kind of styling, but also trading well for one a lot. Vikla just whiffed a shockwave before Infernal Soul fight, and and lost BFX the soul.
Oh no.
We've had like 3 pauses. Did you hear about the LTA promotion relegation drama?
I heard they have delayed it to today because of server instability.
Yeah,
so
and also
there is rumors of other things happening.
Well, no, it's not rumors, Sam. They made a statement about it, so it's not rumors. Summit has been benched because he opened up a VOD during the pause of the game they were playing. Which is just, it's such a dumb thing to do.
Why?
It's like, even if you're not doing anything to get a competitive advantage in it and you're just glazing yourself or whatever, just don't do it. Ugh.
What? No.
Yeah. And also Ghost opened up Discord during the pause as well, I think. I don't know whether they were on Discord for the call, so that might actually just be fine and they were just using it for the tournament, but God, yeah.
I hadn't realized that's what happened. Yeah. But that's wild, actually.
Who do I think will win here? Infernal Soul Akali with a 2.6k gold lead is quite hard to beat, folks.
Kiana's also quite scary.
Kiana is, yeah, now Nio has not exactly had, remember that really bad Nio Kiana game?
Yeah.
He's had a lot better game than that this time, he has, but yeah.
He has actually hit some ults, has he?
Yeah, no, he's had a good early game. Picked off Kellen like 2 times in 2 minutes. It was pretty good there. Oh yeah, the NIP did the Taeyun swap. It's not the Viper swap. I am obligated to remind you, it's not called the Viper swap. Team WE did it a month before them on stage, and also did it in scrims, which KT Rolster's coach Score has talked about too. It is the Taeyun or the WE swap, not the Viper swap. Anyway, they did that in this game, and it didn't work out very well, and Leaf died like twice in the early game. It's not great. So that's a big flank. That guy's looking for a big engage. He's now instead been found on a control ward. Does it change much? Probably not. Oh, maybe it does. Hang on. That's not a great culling. Oh, wait! That's a shockwave and a half. I don't think it matters. Question mark? The dunk. Oh my god, Doom has just been dunked. Okay. Drag over the wall. Leave managed to escape there too. Clear doesn't have flash. W arc ruin. Leaves getting a lot of damage, but not quite enough. Double kill over towards Diablo. Sam, can you please close the door? We're trying to shout here, and it's early in the morning. Solo kill gets the drag back. I don't think it's going to matter too much, though. Triple kill over towards the Lucian. Now is going to try and make it out to clear the wave. And while we were saying, oh, it's really hard to beat it, Infernal Soul Akali did end up getting dunked and might have just lost the game. I think the AFX might just be able to clear through bot lane. They're going to walk down there. How long is the death time? It's 30 seconds on Derby. Yeah, Sam, if you're going to walk in while we're in the middle of a game. Sam,
it was a bad idea. I'll leave that. Do you want coffee?
I already have one. It's okay. Sam walks in, opens the door, well in the middle of a team fight. Like, my dude, we do need to be somewhat respectful to our neighbors. I think BFX might just win the game off this. How the hell did that happen? Doomby just walked into a full dunk and died. Well, for those of you that remember earlier in the game, the cricket did choose BFX. Okay, 10 seconds on Kiana ultimate. Nightcat's up again. Get away from the flag and drag. There's a flash on the Kiana as well. They might go straight back in here. Okay, so the flash, blah, blah, everyone's just dying. Doomby's just died twice on repeat. Just died twice on repeat. Walked into a shockwave. That's about a shockwave, Vikla. 2 in a row. I can't believe that the Renekton ball carrier ended up winning this game. That is ridiculous. And BFX somehow, someway, will win the game. And a reminder, folks, the cricket chose BFX. Truly, we are at the whims of our bug god, our green god, the grasshopper. Do you think Fearless Draft has increased or decreased champion diversity, and perhaps has it just stayed the same overall throughout the year? It probably has increased it by a bit. I think it has decreased the quality of gameplay because players are playing less comfortable compositions and less comfortable matchups because there's way more variance. You can't just go into a known matchup and handshake as much. And there are positives and negatives to that, right? I'm not saying one is good or bad. You had this conversation yesterday, Sam? Cool. I missed the OGN Kakakel. Oh, OGN Kakakel. I miss the OGN emotes in general. Okay, so let's have a think about these comps as a whole. BFX, fairly long range. Good amount of disengage between Renata and Talia, which could be a problem. I don't think Mel is long enough range to be a poke bot, because one of the biggest nerfs that Mel got was in early into her release was, early after her release, was reducing her Q range. I think it was from 950 to 850, I want to say. Something like that. Maybe we can see some insane Nycat, Nio, Galio entry combos. I also think that there is a world where NIP go way too deep looking for the dive, and Leave can't reflect the Renata ult back because he's in the backline. I feel the Korean Exodus fucked over so many careers. To an extent, yeah. It also messed up the economics of the scene, because that was the real start of everyone paying out of the nose for these great world champion players of an era, and then not really supporting them. So a ton of money just got blown up. Level 1 control from Diablo and Kellen. This is expected. The level 1 control is expected. The question is what happens in the level 2, level 3, really. Who has the better draft? I think BFX do. NIP are really going to struggle for consistent DPS. And I think it's just so much harder to play that draft. I'm not saying it can't have value, it's just very hard to play it. NIP have a lot of engage, but whereas the damage, Mel does do an insane amount of damage if you hit everything, but you need to be kind of ahead to do that. They're gonna bail out dive. They're gonna bail out dive. They hit level 2 and he uses it. He levels up the reflex second. He levels up a second. Holy crap, that's so big brain. Nycat should be able to kill him now. He has flash. He should be able to kill him. Oh my god. That is such a big brain reflex second. Oh, Leave, that was so cool. Maybe Leave is just the GOAT. Maybe Leave is just the GOAT. He leveled up the reflect second instead of his Q. Yo, that was insane. So he manages to, what happens here? So he flashes to auto for the level 2, levels up the reflect, reflects back the loyalty program for the damage and the shield, which then gives them the chance to outplay. That was insane. What? Still a fine play for BFX? I don't think it is, because you can teleport back to lane as Leave. Leave is now teleported back into lane. Now it's a problem because you can get ganked by Kellen. Okay, no, it's not a problem. But Leave teleports back into lane and barely misses anything. Oh, that was insane. I was thinking Fearless equalized the curve of champions instead of random jumps at champion priority from patch to patch. Oh, hang on, Clear doesn't have mana to have no. Oh, flashing for the counter strike. There's no mana on Clear. Close. Does he have another leaf strike? It's so close. Oh, solo kill with his name. 10 CS down, but ends up killing Clear. Damn, first pick Jax going hard. Clear was really good on JCS today. Goes down for the solo kill. Important though, because he was losing a ton of farm to this matchup. Holy crap, solo kill. Solo kill has had a very interesting career, and by that I mean it's recovered, right? He was on the EDG squad that was really, really bad in 2024, early 24. This is a 2v3 right now. You do not have Mal. This could actually be a bit of a problem. Nio is quite low here. I don't think you want to fly into this, do you? Nio really wants this Gromp. He has Smite, Raptor does too. Doombee's coming over early. Okay, that's fine. If Doombee's here, it's fine. Nio needs to not get hit by this. Zenith Blade, Kellen. Pushed out. He flashed out. Didn't he run it on Jace yesterday, dying 3 times in a row to an AD carry? So he got frozen out with the Taeyun swap, right? Where you switch AD carry into carry in top lane. That's the Taeyun swap, by the way. None of this Viper swap nonsense. Taeyun did it first. But then he just slaughtered the game late game on Gragas. He destroyed the Gragas in lane. He had a very good game on the Jace after the early game. I missed release Callista. No, release Callista was so broken. Season 5 was probably the most broken champion release year. I think people really overlook how crazy that year was. Hang on a second. He's now Diablo's stunned into the wave. If another Q lands, that's gonna be a ton of damage. Nio's down. They have the Galio ult. Gets him into the play. Kellen, I mean, they've only got one bailout. Leaf doesn't have flash. He's going to die. So that's 1 for 1. Solo kill. Double flick back. Diablo's in. Jace has come down. Clears to the play. Solo kill doesn't have his teleport for this either. So it's currently a 2 for 1. That's not a great dive from NIP. Oh, hang on. Can I get the kill? He is at least in. Lands it. There's no flash on Diablo. There you go. 2 for 2. OGN recall from Diablo. It's taken down. But if you think about Season 5 release champions, we had Azir, one of the most unbalanceable champions of all time. Callista, one of the most unbalanceable champions of all time. Rek'Sai, one of the most unbalanceable champions of all time. Was Tahm Kench Season 5 or 6? Because Season 6 was also kind of broken too. Season 6 was also one of the worst years for champion release, in terms of balance. Jhin, one of the most unbalanceable champions of all time. Tahm Kench. Kindred. Oh, Echo was Season 5. Echo was actually one of the better ones. Even then, he had a problem start point as well. Talia was Season 5. She was unbalanceable for forever. Or was that Season 6 for Kindred? Anyway, Season 5, 6 was kind of insane. No, Echo was Season 5, I'm pretty sure, wasn't he? Or maybe it was Season 6. Jhin is fine? No. You forget release Jhin, where he could one-shot you with ult, and then also Deathfire Touch Jhin. The targeted one-shot with Q auto Jhin. Jhin was one of the most unbalanceable champions of all time on release. They had to do a lot of work for him. Tank Echo top lane in Season 6? Yep, that was... Yep. Nah, oh god, Nah was Season 5. Yeah, of course, one of, again, the most... I mean, Nah is a staple of top lane pro play, but, again, kind of unbalanceable for a very long time. Season 5 champions have kind of been insane. Yeah, they've all been kind of broken, really. Technically, the Scion release was good. That was at the end of Season 4, technically, but that was 2015, really. Yeah, Season 6 top lane was one of the worst top lane metas we've ever seen, with the Sunfire Iceborne meta of Echo, Trundle, Poppy. 2020 was Yuumi Aphelios. Oh yeah, we had 2019, 2020, which was like Yuumi Aphelios stuff. That's true. And Senna. Oh, Bard. Bard was that Season 5 or 6? Also one of the more unbalanceable champions of all time. Oh, Alawi was Season 6. Yeah. Okay, Grub's getting started. Doombe doesn't have ult for the next couple of seconds. Yeah, they really like that ult. First Grub was taken by BFX already. No, I could go in for a Smite steal. I don't think he wants to die for it, though. Salas was 2018, because he was played at MSI 2018. Pretty sure, anyway. Oh, no, maybe it was 2019. Because that was Faker playing Sylas. and MSI 2019. Remember when he had like the stolen Gnarl against G2 and it still didn't win the game? Was that 2018 or 2019 when it was released though? Might have been 2019, Silas. Oh, was Viego 2020? Oh, that was a pretty... 2020 was a pretty broken year, actually. Was that Senna, Aphelios, Viego? Set as well. Set became more balanced over time. But God, his release was insane. Yone as well was not too far after that. Silas was January 2019, right? Ooh, good skill shot there from Leave. Leave's slightly ahead of Diablo, actually. This is a problem. This is a problem. If the Kalista is falling behind the Mel is just gonna, Mel's just gonna keep wave clearing for forever. Viego was early 21, right. What year was the Mordekaiser Dragon year? This is another reason why Season 5, the balancing in that year was just really bad. The Juggernaut patch was 2015, including the Mordekaiser Dragon rework. Yep, that was one of those years. 2018, the reworks that year were really unbalanceable because you had Akali with true invisibility. Hang on, Leave. Might need to blow his flash here. He's gone too far. I mean, hang on a second. That's not a bad Galliol, you know? Does that save him, though? I'm not sure. They didn't body block quite enough. Didn't quite body block enough. Leave really shouldn't have been there in mid lane alone. No, doesn't really want to fly into this himself. Heal for a little bit of the move speed. Flash forward for the handshake, and now we'll go down to Leave. Really shouldn't have been retreating that way from mid lane. Really good engage from BFX. Great pounce. Saw that Leave was just a little bit too far up. Whole map falls apart from NIP. I think I was the only person who loved the 2015 Juggernaut meta. Oh, hang on. He thinks the bush is clear. It's not clear. He's just used Leave. Oh, he started so well. He has an ult. Maybe he can kill with ult, but he's going to have the bailout. They just wait for the bailout to come through. Yeah, so he trades ult for bailout. Doesn't really end up... Leave has just had a pretty awful 2 minutes, actually. Really good pickups by BFX. I appreciate your name, Lurtz, by the way. How do you feel about the Urukai in this day and age? What do you think about working conditions under Saruman? What an absolute fiesta. This all starts because Leave is just a bit lackadaisical leaving mid lane. You're not being fed enough meat? Right. Someone's got to get meat back on the menu. So Dragon's alive. BFX got the first one. They got 3 grubs as well. The cricket! The grasshopper god returns! Show us your knowledge, your wisdom. Impart to us the truth of this world. What was that? Guoyongji? Is it Guoyongji? Is that the name of the grasshopper? I'm pretty sure they gave the grasshopper a name. I hope that the grasshopper has a wonderful, well-fed life. I hope they take care of the grasshopper. You're streaming on Twitch right now? Yes. So currently streaming on Twitch and 2 different YouTube channels. Onivia and then my 2 personal ones on Nymaera, so that's Twitch and YouTube. You know in Cambodia they eat grasshoppers? Well, crickets. You can fry them, put a little bit of soy on them. Good source of protein. So the kill going forwards for the counter-strike. That's not bad, actually. Half health on Diablo. Jack's ult buffs make him a little bit more tanky as well. Nice, good chunk out. Ooh, Leave afraid of the shove back there. By the way, the reflector does not work on the shove back. You're still displaced in the same way. Oil and mash him, stick him in a stew. Oh, hang on. Niket is completely out of vision here. Diablo flashing away. Not bad, Renata roll. Stops Solar Kill from falling up for anything. Taunt landing, not the most damage behind it. It is the tankier Galio build. Diablo trying to jump beyond the wave. Who else is coming down? Vikla could come down here, and he does. They only have 1 bailout. Goes on to Diablo. Not going to be able to save him or kill him. So both of them go down. Clear, flashing in. Great damage from the chase. Not enough to get the kill. Vikla throwing through the Qs. Shock Blast not enough to kill the Galio either. I think NIP might make it out like bandits. 2 for none. No one dies. Mel's pushing mid lane. On the other side, Vikla, it did... Not Vikla. Raptor ended up pushing in top lane. Ended up getting the tower there. Nio, can he stop the recalls? Yes, technically, because they stopped it themselves. Raptor taking the entire top side. So Raptor's feeling pretty happy about getting some extra camps under his belt. I thought this dive was going to go really badly wrong, not going to lie. Because when you're diving a Talia and a Renata, surely someone's going to die for the... From the... and prot the bailout, right? Nope, not the case. Very, very close, though. That is what we call HP juggling, folks. Everyone using the full breadth of the HP bars. Nymaera, that is a lot of spears, and not much HP. Goes down. BFX have done these quick picks pretty well. I've been liking the way that they've quickly found picks. Very coordinated on their engagement. Well, they've been very good at moving people to the area of the play. The actual execution of it has been a little bit up there and abouts. Doing me good at dive clear. They don't have anyone protecting this time. No flash. Counter-strike after the taunt. That is a dead Jace. Herald was taken on the other side. That does mean feats of strength go to BFX because that's their third objective. They got the grubs, they got the dragon, they got the herald. That's the 3 objectives. 1,000 gold lead to Raptor, by the way, who's 2-0 and picked up some extra farm from Nio's jungle. What next? Is anyone at 2 items yet? No. It is only 16 minutes. I don't know why I'd said that. Sometimes I wonder when people get really fed. I'm just like, ooh, someone got a second item, and then it's still 16 minutes. I expect too much of them. That is a 4-kill Jax, with a cull cashed in. Clear picked up a cull as well. Hang on a second, hop over. He didn't see the water. Oh my god. Clear doesn't have flash. Oh god. Clear had a very good Jace game yesterday where he did carry the late game. He's not having a fun time this time. 0-3, well behind the Jax. I'm not sure the Jace is going to be winning any 1v1s this game, folks. Vikla trying to get the flip back on solo kill. Does land it, but the problem is solo kill's just really fed now. No one's doing any significant damage. It's not like the Seraph's first Talia does that much damage either, right? Remember Shinzao release? Release Shinzao was one of the most broken champions in the history of League, for sure. Yeah. Who were the most broken release champions? Zoe release was kind of broken. Oh, I hated Zoe release. Disgusting champion. Zeri is one of my least favorite champions in League history. Release Zeri, yeah. You know, funnily enough, on the LEC, when a new champion released, they used to do like a full spotlight on it, on the show. I did the Zeri champion spotlight as my first ever show. My first ever show on the LEC, I did a Zeri release thing. And there was one line which I said in that release, which has really stood the test of time, which is, Zeri doesn't always do the most damage, but you can never stop Zeri doing damage, because she just keeps chasing you. And that became true, and has stayed true for almost all of Zeri's release. Except that now she actually does just do ridiculous damage with all the full crit. The old Zac ult? You mean, okay, so not so not the old Zac ult, because that's the same as he has now. But yeah, the kidnap. The Let's Bounce was, oh no, Let's Bounce is the common one. But yeah, the Zac kidnap was very funny. Peanut was very good at that version of Zac. Release Samira was very good. One of the reasons why Release Samira was very good is because Shield Bow was very, very broken, and Collector Release was also very, very broken. So she had 2 items she hyper-synergized with, which she could use very, very, very well. And also Death's Dance was insanely broken at that point. Hang on a second, Raptor going forwards. They have some vision onto him. Nio does have flash, does get over the wall, kicks Raptor away. Nio survives. We have to heal off the Krugs a little bit. Dragon is spawning now. Low HP on Nio means that he can't really fight for this. Not a bad pick from Raptor, though. Doesn't get the kill, but it means that Nio can't contest. The rest of the team can, though. Teleporting in. Here comes Jax. Jax is the scary one. Oh, Vikla's caught. He's going to flash right into the Jax. No, Vikla, my son, that is not where you want to go. Jax kills one person. they get onto the dragon. At least it does contest. Lisa steals the damn dragon. Solokill's still around here, by the way. I think he's going to kill both these bot laners, isn't he? He kills one. Diablo's around. Does have the bailout. I don't think it's going to matter. No, I think Solokill kills all of them. I think Solokill kills all of them. I say that Clear actually currently has a triple kill. Bops him away. Raptor might kill Doomby here. Solokill stops the shock blast. Solokill and Clear, both top lanes, having a hell of a good time in this fight. Clear can jump back in. I'm pretty sure Solokill still wins this, by the way. Solokill is doing so much work. Remember, this is an insanely fed Jax. Bopped away by Clear. And they have to disengage. So Dragon over to NIP. 3 for 3? 3 for 3. Oh boy. Kai'Sa was considered the new OP champ way back in the day. Kai'Sa's Xayah meta of Season 8 was a hell of a time to be alive. I think that was one of the better... Look, I know a lot of people dislike that meta because it's like, oh, Kai'Sa's Xayah meta. It was a very fun time for AD carries. And it made sure they could actually play the game, even if they were immobile or blah, blah, blah. Well, or rather, like, before that point, a lot of AD carries were very immobile in Season 7. When you were playing like Varus and stuff. What does folks mean? I think he's spelling it wrong.
但两波其实为的这种小短拳就能够拉开跟你反击风暴之间的一个距离。
Ezreal jungle meta. Oh, Jesus. So I have a fun fact about that. Haru, the guy who played Ezreal jungle on Samsung and got the skin for it at Worlds, he went on to play in the NLC while Sam and I were casting there. So I actually do have a signed shirt by Haru from X7 Esports in the NLC.
但这几波支援下来的话，因为这个英雄本身就很难死，这个黑暗封印的层数陆续的叠了起来，有7层的这个法强收益。中路附近想要先找 Live 和 Nike， 后方有 TP， 眼区有风墙，把 Live 往下方隔绝。
Oh, fighting the enemy jungle. Raptor taking down Live, who, yeah, has discovered that Mel doesn't actually survive a Vi ultimate from Zorn with Love. Icat will die as well. Both bot laners killed. Athgarn's alive. And BFX will take that easily. Fondly remembering Unicorns of Love TF jungle. Pre-season 5. That was when they started playing Wukong for the first time too, actually. That was before the Wukong reworks as well. Leave is protesting being on a mage. He's the one that picked the damn champion. Doomby did push in mid lane. I don't think it matters. They're teleporting in, trying to take a second turret here, actually. Leave does have the extra teleport, of course. They brought that on the bot laner. A lot of mage bot laners tend to do that. They don't have any grubs, so they'll take this a little slower. Galio passive's pretty good at killing towers, so should be able to do a bit of damage here. They're going to take the whole thing? Looks like it, okay. They'll take the whole thing, even with no grubs. Oh yeah, because Kikis was the player that played that. Kikis retired yesterday. Yeah. Raptor choosing not to Q out, Q's in instead. Clear goes for the melee Q, doesn't hit the Galio, is dashing out. Solokill does have teleport. Solokill is the scary person here. He's 6 kills on the Jax. 1,000 gold up on the Clear, who did get a triple kill in that fight. Worst meta was Yi Karthus meta? Was that... Yi Karthus, was that... Was that the... Wait, which Yi Karthus meta? Because there was a funnel meta with them both in jungle, and there was Season 3 with AP Yi mid. Or like Season 2 mid. Season 2 AP Yi and Karthus mid. Didn't Haru also play a couple of games in the LEC? Yes, he did. He played 1 or 2. I think it was for Vitality, right? Alex X Kazich over. I love the Kazich. It was a great time. Clear caught out on the side lane. There are a lot of people roaming to his lane. I don't think he survives through this. No teleport. No flash rather. He'll die. So he goes down. Anything to take afterwards? I mean, there is a dragon available. Solokill is having a hell of a time on the Jax, though, isn't he? 6-0. Solokill was. Yeah, he's one of those guys that kind of came out from the LPL kind of secondary scene, came up onto EDG in 2024, and not gonna lie, he kind of sucked. It wasn't really his fault, that whole team was just doomed. It was the EDG Doom squad. Players like Vampire looked really bad on it. Leave was there too, of course. And Leave and Doomby have, Leave and Solar Kill have really leveled up. Vampire has too, of course, from that too. Monkey as well. Almost everyone from that team has leveled up massively. Catching the bot side. Oh, and he does reflect the... There you go. We finally see the reflect back. Leave. Is he going to pull the ultimate? Yes, he is. Good damage onto Kellen. Solar Kill. Counter strike. Gets summoned. That Diablo is currently flying around very, very quickly. Solar Kill has the Zhonya's to help a little bit of damage. He doesn't flash out of everything there. Doomby can't quite get the taunt, but the counter strike lands afterwards. The root lands from Leave, and that'll be a clean sweep. Clean fight from NIP. Clear will turn up and do a great deal of nothing. Oh, God, folks, we might be heading to a 3-game series for our first of the day. Oh, God. We may well be having a 3-game series in our first series of the day. We have 3 best of 3s, folks. Yeah, Diablo's having a fun time on the Callista, but oh, we finally get the reflected Renata roll. Oh, fantastic. Double flick back from Talia is kind of big. Solo Kill having the Zhonya's for this fight, or the stopwatch, is kind of huge. If he doesn't have that, this is a very lost fight, I think. Turns out they can only flash away from one bit of CC as well. Either the taunt or the counter strike, can't do it on both. Wasn't it also reflected on a Drake fight? I might have missed it then. My bad. Dude, what a game from Solo Kill. Like, Solo Kill's been good this year. Reminder that NIP, they started this year with Doomby coming into the lineup, but then they changed a bunch of members later on. PP God left, Shanji and Aki left, and, you know, Solo Kill and Nio came in. Mel was chosen to reflect the Renata. I think so, yeah. I think it's also just, you can outrange the Callista a little bit and not play auto attack for auto attack. Hey Phoenix, welcome to the channel. And Countdown. And Wolves. And Tay. Chikugami as well. Appreciate you all. Okay, Baron and Atakan both alive. Surprised that the Atakan's not been taken yet, actually. Tends to be by this point in the game. These guys are not at Worlds. No, they're not at Worlds. This is the best of the rest. This is the teams which just missed out on Worlds qualification. So from LPL and LCK, there are the 5th, 6th, 7th seeds. PCS, there are the 4th and 5th, I believe there are. So for 8 teams total. There are two groups of 4 teams. They play a single best of 3 round robin, and then there's a double elimination bracket with best of 3 up until the finals, which is the best of 5. Tournament's going to take place up until, I think it ends on the 12th, I think. So we've got like another 5 days of this, I think. Baron started. BFX, they're going to respond at all? I mean, it's not that low HP. Should be able to take mid turret. Vic looking to ult over. Nymaera Hex flashing back. This might be where NIP could very much throw a game here. I say that. Cholesterol comes in, separate the team. Solo Kill locked in the pit. This is getting a bit spooky. This is getting into Smite territory. Oh, Jesus Christ, got down to 100 HP. NIP take it. Do they win the fight afterwards? Solo Kill is dead. So the Jax is down. Oh my god, they're all gonna die. They're all gonna die. BFX have just clean swept them. It's a clean ace. BFX just clean ace them. What did we just say? This is how NIP can throw it. Oh god, it's a classic Baron throw. It's a classic Baron throw. This might be a Baron for Nexus trade. This might be a Baron for Nexus trade. Oh, Jesus Christ. BFX have just 2-0'd. Okay, well, folks, 3 grubs, BFX, they're going to kill everything. BFX will 2-0 the series. We won't get a 3-game series to start the day. Oh, NIP. Another cricket victim. NIP, Nightcap respawns, but NIP, the damage is done. The damage is done. They'll take the turrets. And that will be first series of the day over. I thought we were almost certainly going to 3-game series after the way this game was going. Solo Kill dies once, and is the end of the game. Oh, gosh. That block, rather.
进入到今天的这场比赛招人峡谷当中，微博对上京东，也是本次小组赛当中的 LPL 内战。火龙的第一条啊，
啊，下一条是火龙，
下条这一条是火龙，
这一条是火龙，
这一条是火龙，
下一条一定不是火龙，
没错。
啊，你没有，我没有在逗你，
我感觉到你没有在逗我了。OK， 来吧，
来吧。 看这把一级怎么处理啊？这个卢仙出门是去上还是去下呢？
有说法。
看这态势是要往上摸了，
但是我觉得京东应该能猜个8、9不离10吧？
啊，这肯定的啦。
这个阵容选出来，我感觉是比较名牌的，要换线的。这奎桑提、卢仙这2个英雄太像了，对吧？现在我感觉上路能换的英雄就那么几只：贾克斯、塞恩、奎桑提。
这是初代3个耐换王
啊。 后面就是大家可能在，比如说未来世界赛
Okay, early jungle. Anything interesting? We have a Taeyun swap. Reminder, it's the Taeyun swap, not the Viper swap. WE are the ones that did it in scrims and popularized it recently. Scout going for the Q start, I believe, in mid lane. Helps with the early trading. Crisp was chunked out. It's a little annoying for the lane. Xiaoshu actually trading really well here, and Light is taking a Light, my dude. You can't take that much minion aggro. The ward in the brush is really hurting him there. Oh, Xiaohu almost getting the... I think he dies now. I think he dies. Oh, Xiaohu missed the Q flash. Scout, great reactions. Xiaohu versus Scout, of course, legendary matchup here in the mid lane. Scout hits level 2. Xiaohu could have actually gotten the electrocute kill there, I think, with the passive as well. Close stuff. Weibo's only CC is Charm, Rakan, Charm, and W. I mean, Jarvan exists. Jarvan does exist. Chris walking to mid lane at the level 1. Wow, okay. Chris jumping out of the combo from draw. Right, Xiaohu not wanting to teleport back in right now. Shen could get the wall stun. Where's the Poppy going? Goes onto the Jarvan. Knockup stops the Alice from getting a clean combo. Tien can have flag drag back. That could be a problem. Shen still has flash. Oh, going to Scout. Scout doesn't have flash. If they get the combo, they could kill him. Shotgun lands. It's a top esports player. Of course it is. Tien getting himself the Conqueror stacked. Going on to Shen, who will get himself that charge out draw. I think he'll be safe with the flash. Say that. He does have to use it, though. Teleport back in from Victor. Do they get a combo on? Hang on a second. Hang on. Scout, you don't have flash. Loses half his HP. Xiaohu still has teleport. He can come back in and be full HP for the next phase of lane. Shun is walking back around lane. They combo onto Crisp. He's level 2. He does have flash. What the hell is happening in mid lane? Party in mid lane at 3 minutes. Alright, so Xiaohu finally can get to teleport back. What the hell was that, level 1? Or level 2, 3? Darkwolf was saying earlier, by the way, apparently in the back of one of the cameras, there were like TFT strategies in the back. Xiaohu teleports back in. Just talking about a little while ago. Didn't go towards the Dark Seal first, went towards the Amto. Draw, Hex flashing in. Flash away from Breeze just to make sure he wasn't comboed into Pays. The early damage of Corki is kind of scary. Crisp, what is with these supports? Shun does have his W, he doesn't manage to stop this. Steals a small raptor on his way out. Almost steals the big one too. Oh man. But yeah, this is one of the things which happens when you have lane swaps which aren't like fully figured out yet. It gives a lot of extra ability to chase over. Tien, does he have any HP skills? No. Scout forced to back. What does Xiaohu do then? Does he push in the wave? Does he hold it here? I think he just holds the wave. I don't think Scout will be able to... I mean, he'll lose a few minions, and Draw could have held the wave anyway. Yeah, he'll just last hit. Because if he'd pushed it into turret, Draw would have been able to hold it, Scout would lose less minions. With this, he'll probably, Scout will lose, what, 3-4 minions from this, I think? And Xiao gets to keep the wave in the middle of the lane, decide what to do with it next.
对，但是你压人一定线会前推，就你一旦进入到一个不是1v1的环境当中，那维克托的优势就荡然无存了。对，而且因为推线态势在进那种2v2的时候，维克托一定站在危险的位置。
Everyone is just hanging mid lane. Ever since that flash was blown early, everyone has just hung mid lane.
热闹，到处都是人，怎么办呢？
Weibo exerting early game dominance. Well, it's kind of been a bit back and forth, right? Because there have been a couple of flashes blown on Weibo as well. No, Scout was winning the early lane. The flash-for-flash trade vastly favored the victor at that point. Obviously, after that, less so. Mid lane actually hasn't opened up to much of an advantage individually.
上半区多走了一圈啊，他想帮 Light 把线送进塔，这个是有必要的保护。
没错，所以说小虎得稍微委屈一下，中路附近人更少一些啊，
但也没差，其实就在5步之外，人都在。
Ooh, Breathe, can he get the ult back? Very close. If he'd got him over the shoulder, he would have been able to ult him back. Now Pays has Flash and Barry. He can actually really threaten here. Well, the wave's now behind him. Teleport, that's coming in from the Alistar. Dwar's been really active in this early game. Tell you what, the Taeyun swap, changing the AD carry in the top lane, really allows supports to go kind of wild in the early game, eh? Well, can he get the bot back? He can. Breathe does have all out. He can use Draw to get to safety. Auto comes down. Breathe doesn't have flash. He has an all out. I think he's just dead, isn't he? Gatling gun comes over. Valkyrie to close the distance. Breathe can't get himself the extra damage. Pays gets the kill. Draw has been so active on the Alistar. Great job on Caedrel's video. Thank you. Thank you. It's very kind of you. I enjoyed working with Caedrel for that. Scout does have flash. It's just come back up. Full passive activated onto Scout. Slow landed from that E. Knock up does come through. Chris has to flash out because he does go into the jungle support of the enemy team. Draw does have flash. So it's flash for flash, crisp for Scout. Chris was using the heal. More valuable to get a mid laner out of lane though for a little bit if they can. Although Scout still actually able to pick up the farm here. Shotgun missed from Xiaohu. Yeah, no, it's been cool working with Caedrel for the last year or two, getting a chance to do basically his world's major region rundown. Chakras does the production on them as well, who is absolutely fantastic at his job.
因为中路这个位置真的就是你太需要跟野辅跟队伍去做沟通去联动了。
Russell, thanks for the prime. Appreciate it an awful lot. Of course, any supports on this channel obviously makes a big difference. God, how many LPL games did we cover this year? Must have been about 800 or so.
你看补刀平的，卢仙跟纳尔你拉一条斜向的直线。
I'm probably unaware, but why is draw called draw? I don't know the context behind that one. Is draw called draw? Is that a Chinese language thing which I don't understand? Yeah, Dark World, you're not wrong, but turns out trying to pay a broadcast to cover, you know, 900 games a year is actually very, very difficult. Flash away from draw. Wow, he just was really afraid of getting one shot there, huh? Don't think he needed to be that. Hang on a second, but now he doesn't have flash. Meat's back on the menu. And draw is a prime. Hang on. Poppy ults. Doesn't get crisp, but doesn't matter. Draw makes it out safe. Alright, good save from Shun here. Breathe does have flash, but Pays is using the Corky early bully power to do some good work here. Oh, sorry. Why does draw sound like draw? It's Chinese pronunciation. Oh, all that comes through. There is flash and breathe. Flashes to the Q, gets the slow on it. Pays has to barrier the flash though. He's outplaying. Pays can't get the last shots. Trade summoners for summoners. Yeah. No, I try and pronounce it closer towards the Chinese if I can, because it makes it easier to kind of like combine kind of global pronunciation. Let's be honest, it's not really fair that everything's anglicized everywhere. Yeah, it's a little bit weird to get used to at first. Xiaohu just went mini, does have flash. I don't think he makes it through. There's Dunk coming down from the Cataclysm. The flash comes through. Flag drag after. Tien gets the kill. 1-0-1 for him. 2 kill participation in the early game. 100% KP still. 10 minutes on the board. 3 grubs to Weibo. First dragon being taken by JDG.
这是换资源啊。
而且这个小龙吃完以后，佩子也能上来去补线了。看一下微博这边是否还要接着再跟着换？看起来是的，你看看葵桑迪走到下路高地塔了。
Well, gold's within 500. Some of the gold over towards Xiaoxu. Breathe's been struggling a bit.
就当你迷茫的时候，出门先往中路走。
对，
然后对面谁去哪个边路，你就跟他去的。
Is that the Dark in J4 skin? I actually didn't stop and look really. A lot of LPL junglers use Fnatic Jarvan, you know? Oh, Zhuo is part of his first name? Cool. I think I did vaguely know that, you know.
节奏上感觉差不多，但主要我觉得最热闹的还是中路啊，两边中路真的是没停过，都各自在来人。但随着等级起来，包括是装备起来一些，其实两个英雄都没有那么容易击杀了。面具包括时光杖出来以后，其实坦度会要增强非常多。
It's Empyrean Cassante, right? You know what? I really like the Empyrean skin line. It reminds me of kind of quite Tron-like colors. Like dark background, neon highlights, neon details. Very cool. Empyrean Pyke was very cool. Pyke has a lot of good skins now at this point. Project Pyke was insane. On the whole, the Project skins have kind of fallen off, but I think the Pyke and Mordekaiser ones were really good. Base Aurelia and Jinx were kind of meh. Prestige Aurelia was good. Hang on. Fly drag towards bot side. Didn't have ult just yet. Chris popped the ult for that, and oh my god, and he misses the knockup. And he dies under turret. Oh, Chris, no. Oh, jeez. That was not the play he wanted. Yeah, okay. Tien and Chris. World champion jungle support from FPX. Not showing the world championship difference there. Dunking in on Paze, who Valkyrie's out. Light does have the culling, decent damage. There's no barrier, and the culling takes him down. Alright, that's a lot better. Light and managing to take down his opposing number. But first you don't succeed, try again. Tien does have flash, but not enough damage to take down Zhuo. Oh, Empyrean Varus is pretty cool too, yeah, that's fine. Why is Demolish not more popular in Pro? It is, but particularly on tanks in solo lanes. If you're a tank in a solo lane, particularly top lane is the big ones which want to use it. Because they're the ones which have to hit turrets alone. A lot of the other time, it's just not as worth it for giving up laning stats. What Demolish does is make a tank into a split push threat in a way that they aren't. Normally. For instance, you know, if you're a top laner, you must always have tower threat. You need to have the ability to have tower threat. Otherwise, the enemy team can just leave you in a side lane and know that you're never going to do damage. Everyone else, they kind of do damage naturally. The mages get an AP scaling on turrets. 80 carries are 80 carries. But tanks really need it to convert their tank stats into actual split push threat. Draw is very much alone here. Shun's coming over the wall. Not in range for the wall stun just yet. If Xiaohu was closer, that could be an issue. Shun hanging about there, just making sure he did have a way across the wall if he wanted to. Did have the flash if he wanted. Bit big to invest on that though. Pace pushing in bot side. 3 grubs for Weibo reminder, so JDG have none.
事已至此，先吃个红吧。事已至此，微博觉得已经赚够多了呀，差不多了，下一塔都有了，还要什么自行车？而且这样一来的话 ，Light 距离自己2连套越来越近了。这波是提了。
I have a fun. We're talking about pronunciation and stuff in Twitch chat right now. Oh god, how do you pronounce fight in Chinese? Haha, because there is one. Shun getting the wall stun, slight knockup, gets the Q2 onto both, and Chris getting a double charm. Scout over the wall. That's not a bad Aurora ultimate. Chris makes it out alive. Tien is very dead, and Xiaohu. Did he just fail flash? Xiaohu. Well, either way, he's dead. Yeah, he did. He didn't get over the wall. Stuck in the Cataclysm. Tien flashing between the Cataclysm and the wall and pinning himself there, I believe. Not a good look. JDG taking 2 for 0 in the fight.
已经憋了这么久，已经忍了这么久的情况下，还是爆发了这波团战呢？对微博来说，有点让我百思不得其解啊。4个字：节外生枝。OK 啊，这确实是节外生枝了。
Always like Project Lucian. Project Lucian is my go-to Lucian skin. I know a lot of people like High Noon. I'm a big Project Lucian fan. Always use that one. So this was the play before with the culling. The Light managed to gun down Paze. Speaking of Lucian. What am I watching? You're watching absolute cinema. What else do you think this is?
但只能说 Light 队友虽然会小亏，队友虽然不赚，但我永远不会小亏，我永远在赚。他好赚啊！这波上路吃个1塔又是300块。你可以看到现在 Light 的经济是。
All right, bot lane's back up in top lane now. Herald is alive, which is the thing. These supports have been everywhere this early game. Does mean they're, you know, fairly low level, I suppose, but no, actually no. Compared to regular support levels now, it's not that different. Seemed worse. It's a very close game. I wonder what the cricket thinks. I also wonder what the cricket thinks about everything. I need guidance from our cricket cricket consultant. Our Mantis mentor. I know that Mantises are very different, but it would be very funny if we did have a Mantis. So Shun got the Q into the ult. Gets good damage there. It means that Tian is basically starting at 0 HP. He does get the dunk down, get the flag drag. But then what happens with Xiaohu here? He flashes between the Cataclysm and the wall. Yeah, we thought that might have happened. Yeah. Oops. Alright, second dragon started by JDG, got the first one. Did lose the grubs, but hey, getting the dragon. They will like that. Well, who did the cricket vote for? I think it voted for Weibo. Alright, Draw going forwards, pops the ultimate, has the ignite running on him, knock up from Chris. Weibo not fully committing right now. Xiaoxu comes in, has Mega, doesn't really want to go much further. Couple of ults traded. Dragon taken by JDG, that's it. Tien's out of vision. Mini Now's about to come in. Does Tien want to go for an engage here? It doesn't have the flash for the dunk. I doubt you can really get him range for that. 1,000 goldie for the Nara over the Kasante. Ooh, hang on a second. Xiaohu's out of vision and gets the dunk onto 3. That's the big ultimate. Shouldn't take some damage. Tian currently in a 1v2. And I think Xiaohu wins those, really. Chris going for a charm. Gets onto Scout, takes a couple of tower shots. The tower is still alive, by the way, and Shun punts them out of tower. Turret goes down to the DOT from 3 grubs. Draw, double knock-up. Damage coming in from Scout and Pays, and Shun heads towards again. Mega Nara into the wall onto 2. Light gets a culling down, but it feels a little bit dull. The dulling. Light pops the barrier. I just don't think you can go 1v4 that confidently, though. Dodges out in the false one. Tell you what, Light's doing a damn fine job. Does finally fall, but hey, given the rest of his team was already dead, I'm not really sure what else he could do there. Probably, you know, not fight. That would have helped. JDG lose their mid lane turret. They do kill 4 people in return, though. I think they're okay with that trade. JDG is way better in the team fight so far. Pays has been having a field day. 6-1 and 2 on the Corki. I don't know, Weibo, their team fights have been so all over the place. So Xiaohu came out of vision, and I think they thought they could get the dunk, but they just don't have the damage. They just don't have the damage. Tian finds himself alone on the other side. I think they try and go for too many flanks at once. They tried way too many flanks at once. Light gets shoved away. Meganar gets charged up. Joy gets a double knockup. And the thing with that double knockup is that it buys time for the Meganar to come through. Great Meganar from Xiaoxu. And then Light, let's be honest, mate, the fight's lost. Maybe he could have killed Xiaoxu and traded 1 for 1. I think realistically, Light could have traded 1 for 1, but he chose to try and damage down Pays instead of trading himself for Xiaoxu. I wonder whether that was a... Yeah. Oh, if you... Hang on. All out of the wall. Scout. Gonna have Shun for backup. And, you know, Poppy to... that didn't get the wall stun he wanted, but it doesn't matter. Has enough damage. Sunder Sky helps the extra damage. Xiaoxu will die. Not down. No, God, not him. Breathe will die. The Scout and Shun will pick up the kill. Also, if you feel like something changed from 20th century to now in terms of spelling Chinese, that's because it did. Wade Giles used to be the old one, which was used until the late, what, 90s in America? Very interesting. Yeah, because sometimes the way that Indian is spelled as well, and Thai sometimes changes over time. Ooh, good damage back from Pays. Pays is doing tons of damage in the 1v2. Damn near one-shots him. Yeah, Muramana is a hell of a spike. Tian jumping forwards. Pays is doing really well at putting out return damage, you know. I think a lot of Corki players don't use this power spike as well as they should do. It's pretty obvious that Triforce Muramana is a great spike. It's always been a great spike. You know, Ezreal's always used it. Corki's used it a bunch of times across history. Not everyone uses it that well, though. Xiaoxu just continues split pushing. I did think that Weibo had the better comp, but they've just not been playing the team fights nearly as well as JDG. We've actually played pretty well around the Poppy and the Alistar for disengage. Shun is so goddamn tanky now. Xiaohu's just not doing enough damage. Ooh, jumping in. Draw has the ultimate running. Shun still has his ultimate yet to come up. I don't think they found the engage this time. We're just saying, hey, you know, JDG team fighting better. That was a little bit lackluster. Dragon up in 30. Xiaohu, Megan are on the top side. Appreciate the follows, by the way, over in Twitch. Droz actually had a pretty good game as well. That was just a bit of a meh engage. Not really sure what the communication was there. Shun didn't have his ult. Didn't really feel like Paze or Scout could follow up in the way that they wanted to. This is the new-ish build we saw at partway through playoffs coming through from Rod of Ages builders, where you go Rod of Ages into Horizon Focus because it gives you the cooldown reduction you miss from your first item. We've seen this from Orianna and Victor. I think Dernby was one of the first to build it. Chovy's been building it a bit too. Wait, hang on. Apparently the Chinese casters called Paze Peiji, which means because Corki is called Feiji, which is airplane. Oh, so they changed things around because Paze on Corki. Well, we'll see if he's going to be able to keep himself in flight here. Valkyrie, keeps him out to safety, the Flash as well, and the Redemption. Dragon's alive. JDG could get to Soul Point with this. Weibo is starting to get a little bit more leverage, though. They won the last fight in Bot River. Get onto Dragon first. Yeah, Weibo will get this. Stop the Dragon stacking. I don't think JDG are unhappy, though. They're still ahead in gold. The Nara split pushing very well right now. And I think the later this game goes, the better it is for JDG. The Aurora is not accelerated. If the Aurora is very fed, I think that Weibo could just pick people off. But because Xiaohu's not doing enough damage to say Shun, they can't really pick the Poppy off that well. Shun's not died yet. Atkan's up and available. Poppy ult can eject the first people in. Joy can be disengage as well. I think JDG feel pretty happy about this. That being said, LPL Atakan has not necessarily been the best. There it is. The Poppy ult's fantastic. Gets 2 out. Leaves Breathe alone in the front line. W stops him from getting out easily. Does have the flash, but he won't be able to use it that easily. Good triple charm. All out comes through. Aurora's putting the ultimate into now, and actually Weibo get the first kill of the fight. Xiaoshu, Zhuo in the front line. Pace is jumping force now, and now JDG get the damage in place. Chris does get the knock-up, but there you go. Scout's ultimate starts to rip through him. I think JDG have got this one in the bag. They did get the Atakan, and they get a 3-for-1. Shun died for the first time this game. Xiaohu is found out on the other side of the fight. Xiaoshu finds Xiaohu, and we'll have a battle of the Xiaos. The little fight in the bot side. We'll go to the side of the Na, who picks up the kill onto Xiaohu. Now, let me tell you, casting in the LPL, dealing with Xiaohu, Xiaohao, Xiaoshu, Xiaolongbao, Xiaohuangren, it's a hell of a time trying to get your words straight. Man, if only we had Xiaohu still playing top lane so we could have all of them playing up there. Oh, God. We also had a game where we had Qing Tian and Qing Tian in the same game. That was like in 23. That was a hard game to cast. Oh, Xiaoxia. Yeah, Xiaoxia's there as well. Ultra Prime support. Look, there are a lot of Xiaos in LPL. A lot of them. Xiaohu feels invisible. He's not accelerated on the Aurora. And like, this is not a bad Aurora ultimate. He just doesn't have the damage behind it. Xiaoshu, awesome. Awesome engagement to the front line. Forces out some flashes. Gets the CC anyway. Great follow-up from Chris. Messy fight. Poppy ult helps split it up in favor of JDG. They just don't have damage. Light does not ever want to jump in towards a Poppy, Alistar, nah. I'd say Alistar is one of the better champions into Lucian, because if Lucian ever dashes forward to follow up, Alistar just combos him. Really annoying. Does Xiao have a specific meaning, or is it just a common word? It means small or little a lot of the time. So Xiaohu means the tiny tiger, I'm pretty sure, or the little tiger. Think about it in terms of like gangster names, you know, Lil Wayne. Basically, all the LPL players just have like a gangster name. Like a rapper name, I guess. Not gangster name. That's the incorrect term. Hang on, Scout over the wall. Push that. Ooh, good damage from Paze. Yeah, it's rapping name, not gangster name. It's the wrong term. Gangster has conversations which are not correct here. Hang on, Xiaohu. Forced the draw to use the ult early, was afraid of the combo coming through. Xiaoshu, one of our other rappers in the bot lane, taking down the inner turret. Scout doing some damage to Breathe. Breathe doesn't have flash, by the way. Has to use the W. Hang on a second, draw a quad out. Not the best target there. Chris does get the charm onto Scout. Can they get the follow-up though? Where's the goddamn damage? Where's the damage? Xiaohu's trying to put in everything into the damn Alistair. Scout finally getting engaged onto. Pays is alive though. How much damage can the Corki do? He is the damage in place. Scout is finally going to get brought down. God damn, it took so much to get onto him. Breathe in the backline. The all-out's working, but now Xiaoshu comes through, and he's another carry. JDG have so much more damage. Oh, JDG, they just have another carry. Breathe, he tried his best to go into the backline, but realistically, the carries are not doing their job for Weibo. JDG, clean up. 5 for 2. Draw and Scout, the ones which fall. Alright, that'll lead to the Drat Baron. They have the Atacon already. I think that's probably GG here, folks. JDG have played so much better in the team fights across the aggregate of this game. Hayes has been playing very, very well. And now the cricket chooses JDG. God Guo. Oh my god. I love this cricket. I don't know what I would do if something happened to Guo. I don't know what would happen. If God Guo was injured in any way, I would be most displeased. Oh, man. Of course the cricket switched. Xiaoshu is really starting to be a cleanup threat here too now. Nara's one of those champions where if he goes into mini at the end of a fight with good HP, he is basically a second AD carry. No, Zero, we're not deep frying the cricket. No, we're not frying the cricket. I know that I know that it is a snack in parts of the world. Chris going forwards, long engage. Tian can't draw. Great disengage from him. Stops Tian from cleanly comboing out. Scout doesn't have flash. God, they're putting so. How does he not die? How does Scout not die? Wall stun over the wall from Shun. Double kill to Pays. Is he gonna get anything more than that? Quadruple out of nowhere. Penta. Xiaoshu, no, you thief. Xiaoshu stealing the Penta from Pays. 13, 1 and 9. Pays having a hell of a good game. Another ace, and that should be the end of the game swiftly afterwards. JDG will clean this, clean it up. Take the first game of the series. No, we're not consuming the flesh of the cricket god. Stop saying we're going to deep fry the cricket. No, stop it. The grasshopper has earned our respect and our faith. Correctly predicted JDG would win the late game, and he did. Nice. Oh, 64. What? Lila. Xiaohu jumping forwards, using the LeBlanc level 1 W to scout forward a little bit. Okay, do we get a 3-game series and extend the day? What's our last series? Our last series is we have Vikings playing, but who are they playing against? Is Vikings Nongshim? Might be Vikings Nongshim. So PCS LCK, that's cool. So Weibo, better early game comp, better early lanes. I don't know what this Trundle's gonna do. I'm quite worried that this Trundle's just gonna be useless. Like, who do you ult? I mean, I guess you ult the Lissandra ult target and just blow someone up with a reduced resist, basically giving Lissandra a free void staff, but that's not great for Trundle. Normally you want to get tanky yourself from it. Not like anyone's building that many resists. Occasionally Braum gets a bit tanky, but not crazy. Because Braum gets a lot of his tankiness from E damage reduction. His W does give some resist to both himself and the jump to target, but yeah. Who's the better draft right now? I think Weibo. I don't like the Trundle at all, really. Xiaoxu doing okay in this matchup here. Now the thing about Rumble is Rumble doesn't really win the level 1. Your Flame Splitter with the reduced damage to minions means you don't have wave push in the way that you used to. So what you do now is you just kind of poke out with either E or Q start, and you get as much damage on the enemy champion as you can. Flip the flash force, flip over the shoulder, not bad. Gets the Kai'Sa passive. That's not bad at all, actually. Wow, okay. You do not expect Nymaera or Braun to be losing lane like that, especially at the cost of just draw summoners. That's more than fine. You've now managed to get complete control of the wave. I think the most dangerous time in laning phases... Hang on, Draw just hops backwards, it's fine. This is one of the most dangerous times in laning phases, because I was about to mention this for Rumble as well. It's the bounce back right here, where you don't really fight level 1, level 2. You wait until you get level 3 or whatever XP you want. You find an opportunity, and you play around your wave pushing back out from under your turret. Because often the wave, once it's kind of like held just outside your turret, you can push for level 3 or whatever, just a little quicker. And you can run down the full extended lane if you can as well. So Rumble does that very well. Like that. Well, I kind of like this, but then Shun's come to answer at the right time. That's good. Oh, flash away from Scout in mid lane. Is Breather going to die here? I think he is. Tries to flash away, I think. Going towards Tian. Safeguard, not enough. Flash away from the Q. Now this is the problem, because you have pressed the attack on. You've stolen AD with the Q from the Chomp. Xiaoxu's coming through as well. Can body block a little bit. Could flash over. No, he can't, because he doesn't have that summoner, actually. Shun doesn't have flash either. So 1 for none. Tian flashes, doesn't flash away. Safeguards away. Uses a ward to do that, though, I think, doesn't he? Yeah, I think so. One of his wards is down. Doesn't Braum support Go Redemption as well? Yeah, a lot of the time. But I think in this game, you have to go Mikhail's. You have to go Mikhail's versus the Lissandra, don't you? Because someone's just going to immediately die if Scout jumps at them if you don't have Mikhail's, I'm pretty sure. Ooh, Scout missed the cannon. Rip. Pretty sure I missed it anyway. Good poke from Xiao. He needs to be afraid to not... If he jumps into the ring of fast, he could die in the turret, but he can... Besides that, he can really poke out for free. LeBlanc's one of those really annoying champions where if you get the wave pushed in, you can jump forwards with your W, not onto the enemy champion, throw an auto Q, and then hop out before the tower aggro's. It's really nasty. Shun gets the steal. Tian gets the steal rather against Shun. Flash forward for the Braum passive. Tian gets the Q. That should be a dead Shun. Nice, nice, nice. Lee Sin Braum, really nasty early play. Can he get out safe? Next Q kills. Yeah, there you go. Shun goes down. Kill over towards Tian. Tian's Lee Sin, of course, of 2019 Worlds fame. Is he using his skin? I don't think he is, actually. Let's be honest, the FPX skins were not great. Especially compared to the IG skins just before it. The FPX skins were kind of ass. Rel coming out of the brush. Xiaoxu, does he have all of his abilities? Braum passive comes in. A little bit of damage in. Not bad from Draw. I don't think it's enough. Oh, it's so close. The minion should get up. Minion should get up. Alright. So Rel gets something. Draw might be able to kill Light here, actually, if he's lucky enough. Not quite. Not quite. Other side of the map, Pei is pushing him for free, but whatever. Or just holding the wave for free. The Weibo will be passively losing some farm there. We did say Weibo had the better early game comp, and they are using that quite well right now. It's the real problem that Shun died. I don't think this Trundle can afford to fall behind. He's taking enemy wolves, which helps. Lee Sin spotted heading across mid, so Shun will probably get wolves and out. Don't think he can get Gromp as well. Ooh, does he get all of that? Xiao, who might be able to jump up river and chain him. Not quite. So he gets Big Wolf, but not the full camp. Only the GP skin looks fine. Malphite one doesn't look bad either, but it's just not the level of the other skins of the era, really. Well, Braum passive is a hell of a drug. The Crisp lived. Wraith just about died to minion aggro. Very close.
都是扛的比较极限吧。前期的防御塔打人还是挺疼的，
相当于上单互换了。但是因为上路线被控啊，呼吸太久没吃线了，就哪怕上波是越掉了朗姆，现在兰博的等级还是落后。
Pei's a little bit ahead, and he does have Cull as well. I do wonder what Weibo are going to do against this Kai'Sa, because Pei's is very good at Kai'Sa for one, but then also this is not a comp which deals with the Kai'Sa that well. Unless you get a lucky Braum passive onto her, which is kind of hard because you need to land a Q. I doubt she's going to go in Braum auto range. Or you get like Lee Sin just kicking her into a full combo. I don't think you kill the Kai'Sa. Again, coming mid. Braum is too, actually. Ooh, jumps into the Ring of Frost, draws over here. Self-ult does actually end up stopping the Lee Sin Q. Shane comes on to draw. Does have flash. I think he dies anyway. That's not a bad triple Ring of Frost. Oh, here comes Face. Here comes Face. Flashing Force doesn't quite get the kill. Doesn't have something like a red buff either. He doesn't have cleanse. Does have a barrier. Not bad from the second Shane coming through. I think Pace dies here. Uses the barrier anyway and dies. So close from Pace. Oh, so close. Did he not get single target Q? Was he not quite in range to angle himself into single target Q range? That sucks for him. Or single target Q position. Braum Q onto him. Oh, that's a problem. He does have flash. He does have flash. Should be safe here. Xiaohu... Not Xiaohu. Scout didn't have mana for everything anyway. Yeah, Weibo's starting to win these early skirmishes. I get a bit worried for JDG. They're falling quite far behind. It's 8 minutes and you're 1.5k down. That is a problem.
这个时候，冰女对于妖姬的威胁就变小了特别多，在1对1的情况下，
是。这样勋只能赶快上面去控资源了。
Shun starting grub. Xiaohu's walking over. Trundle hates playing against LeBlanc, man. Why would you pick Trundle blind? Electrocute from Xiaohu. Doesn't get the charm chain onto him. Shun doesn't have flash and he's gonna die. Oh, Shun. Oh, wait, sorry, he does. He just... so the overlay is a little bit delayed. Not delayed, the other one. Ahead of the game. It was delayed the last game. Weird. 1k up in jungle. Tien is 4 kills. Holy crap. Why would you blind pick Trundle? Trundle got nerfed so heavily with his W nerfs. It just doesn't feel worth picking him unless it's in actual anti-tank matchups now. Draw? Xiaohu's coming over. Ooh. Xiaohu's coming over as well. Scout does have his ult back up. Who does he want to ult? Ult Lee Sin? Kick into 3's not bad, but then you have the Lissandra passive starting to roll. Xiaohu pops back. Duo's alive. Oh, Prebi doesn't quite hit, but Light's now ulting into the backline. Xiaohu gets one more. What's the plan? Braum passive comes through. Equalizer's pretty damn good, actually, onto all 3. Yeah, wait, we start cleaning this up. They just have so much more damage in early game. And Shun's gonna go down here. Oh, does he? Does he have another dash? Light doesn't have enough skill shots. Alright, okay, Shun makes it out. So what is that? Is that a 3 for 2? 3 for 2, I think. I'll have to track everything. Paze wasn't at the fight. Tien lands the Q. Doesn't have ult. God, this is a very, very fed Lee Sin. He's coming out of base with an Eclipse, by the way. Paze has a cull. Oh, so close. Passive. Does he have another W? If he has a W, he can kill. If he has a W, he can kill. Tien might be able to kill with E as well, though. That was close as hell. Paze. Hang on a second. Maybe he's trying to snipe him out. Ah, Crisp has mind gamed him here a bit. He was maybe thinking that Paze would stick around for the final kill. Tien had healed up a little bit from the Safeguard Iron Will. Oh god, what a crazy game. Well, we're over a kill a minute, which we did wonder could happen with this kind of comp. What a wild game. Tien. Good damage onto him. Hang on. Passive. Denied by the Braum shield. Oh, he flies forwards. Safeguard is not quite enough. Not quite enough. Braum passive can come in. Xiaohu can jump over the wall. And then I think Paze might die here. No, not quite. Xiaohu was short on the W. So close to electrocute. One more auto. One more auto. No, he was cancelled. The Trundle pillar cancels his auto attack. It bops him out of the animation. Okay, well, if you're going to use Trundle to do that, okay, I can understand why you're going to use the Trundle. Holy crap, that was clutch from Shun. The Trundle pillar stopped the LeBlanc auto-attack animation before the particle came out. He actually cancelled the auto-attack with the pillar. I'm certain of it there. So this is the fight earlier. Xiaohu combo was Trollo? Yes, it was. He should have gone earlier as well over the wall. Triple root. Ult onto someone. Passive comes through, but Xiaohu flips around the place. He doesn't even get hit by the Lissandra passive. I mean, if you're not winning a fight with this triple Lissandra combo, then I don't know what you're gonna do. Hey, Meow, how's it going? Okay, do we get a replay of the bot fight? We don't get a replay of the bot fight? I want to see the Trundle pillar cancelling the auto. Ah, sad times, sad times.
巨魔在控图，先把下面这个小龙吃一下。盲僧来的稍微慢了一步。
上路的1打1呢，在做出铁板血之后，其实兰博是有一战之力的，但是星矢的朗姆很权威啊。 兰博也只能招架，把先放回来慢慢吃。主动出击不会有好的结果。
Fight in the bot side river.
野区遭遇战。
God, this going on for like a week is going to really test my energy. It's a fun tournament. I have been enjoying it, but God, 9 games a day. I'm glad we didn't get a 9-game day yesterday. Ooh, draw going in for a big engage. Scout does have ult again. Does he put it onto anyone? He does. 3-man for that. Don't get the passive just yet. Light is doing a ton of damage, and Pays is just not in the fight. Xiaoxi's not there either. They don't get Light. Light just cleanses, kills them all. That's a problem. 1 for none. I guess it's just the 1 kill. Could have been worse. Equalizer to clear the wave. That was some monster use of Trundle. Reminds me of a comp that used Trundle to pop up multiple champs for Yasuo. So there's a really funny duo being used right now, which is Trundle Fiora bot lane. Because if Fiora jumps forwards and presses W, Trundle can use his pillar to activate Fiora's riposte. And get the instant stun. It is so broken. They just lost 4v3 now. Yeah, I think they did. Was everyone there from Weibo? Was it a bit of a split fight? I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't paying the most attention to that one. Been a long week, folks. I had a 12-hour stream yesterday. So I've been trying to finish Ghost of Yotei on stream. Trying to do some variety, because it turns out just doing League of Legends is not a great way to always do content all the time in off-season. Because I don't really play solo queue. So I thought, hell, I'll play some different stuff. So yeah, I did that, and 12 hours later, started again the next day. Xiao gets the sideline turret, that'll be first turret of the game. Blackfire Torch for Scout, by the way. Not going towards something like the Leandri. I guess we didn't see that much anyway. Something like the Ludens we saw a bit of. Saw a bit of Protobelt, bit of Rod of Ages. Wants to go for the slower burn build. Interesting. Curious. I got a Steam Deck recently, and it's so nice to be away from the computer. God, I should do that. Is there another match after this? Hell yeah, there's another match after this. We have Nongshim versus Vikings from the PCS, Vietnamese team. Why don't you join your brother for Emir Masters? Because, I would prefer to do... Hang on, where is it? They're choosing JDG. Thank you, Godguo. Thank you, Godguo. We've been blessed by the green god. Yeah, partly just because I want Sam to be doing his own thing. It's nice for Sam to do his own thing, so it's not just us doing... It's not just the brothers. We want to make sure that, yes, we are a duo and we're brothers and people enjoy us doing our own thing, but also as individually too. It's nice to do stuff on our own. Plus, I want to do stuff which isn't League at points, and Emir Masters is a crazy large tournament. Chris does have flashy safer. He has cleanse as well. He's gone for the redemption first, not the Mikhail's worth knowing. Guess he doesn't care about the Lysandra ult nearly as much, but that's whatever. Merc treads will help a little bit versus Lysandra, of course. Herald started up by JDG.
是小虎可以先靠的。对，就冰女如果要踢过来打这波团，会要亏比较多的东西。看了，已经在 A 了，打得很快，小虎已经点踢了。这一波微博5人率先完成集结。
Oh, that's a great ult. Ties in with the Kaiser as well. Wow, awesome from Xiaoshu and Pays. Equalizer does go down. Redemption comes in to heal a little bit. Where's Scout? Teleporting in behind them in Tribrush. Do they see him? This is an awesome Lysandra ult. If they don't see him, they don't see him. They don't see him. Pays. Oh my god, it's too late. It's too late. Light. He does get ulted. Scout is now in the play. Lysandra passive will come through. But I think Lee Sin and LeBlanc clear this up. No! Oh my god, triple for him. Triple for him. Can he get enough with the safeguard? Not quite. Double for Scout. Gets the burn down. I don't think he survives now. Passive comes through. Not bad. Tian, sorry, Sherry, when's the next W coming through? Misses his W. Misses everything. Close, 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 close. Teleport coming now. Coming in from... God, who's even teleporting in? Breather, suppose. Scout, I'm not sure he saw that one coming. He'll die to the next Harpoon. I think finally he'll go down here. Messy fight. Scout just a little slow on the flank angle. A little slow on the flank angle. That was an awesome point of attack. Just a little too slow. And the Lee Sin LeBlanc just don't take that kind of delay. You can't have that kind of delay versus Lee Sin LeBlanc. It gets them a second round of cooldowns and they pop off. Tian played so well in that fight. The initial start of this is insane. No, they take out the Rumble for free. So what happens to Pays after this? I think the redemption is a bit poorly placed, because Xiaoshu doesn't get any of the healing from it. And what happens after this point? Lee Sin Q tags him. Lee Sin Q, and he flashes early so he doesn't get away from the Lee Sin. Awesome by Tian. Awesome by Tian. This is the point where the Lee Sin is very, very strong.
但整个局面还是微博所掌控啊！现在他们下来再去吃这个小龙，先锋应该已经撞过中一塔了，
撞过了。
那其实整个资源上来说的话，都是由微博所掌控的。3000的领先，在17分钟这个时间来说已经算比较大了，而且这个领先大多数落在了打野的位置上面。
Weber used the Herald to push in mid. They took out a turret. Well, yeah, the autumn sale is on right now, isn't it? Isn't the autumn sale on still? It should be. It's only been open for a little while, right? I think. JDG. Oh, another great ult from Xiaoshu. Gets into the middle of everyone. Choro follows up. Kaiser into the play. Rumble is not here and also does not have teleport. Xiaoshu over the wall. Doesn't get that much damage done. And, like, he cleanses, but I think he's dead anyway. There you go. Easy, easy couple of kills for JDG. That's better from them. Kaiser, Lissandra. Nasty. Hang on a second. Tian could actually assassinate someone here. Misses the Q. Pays. Wondering about where he heads over. Oh, there's another blast cone. The alley-oop. Oh my god, what is Tian doing? He's giving him the runaround. Oh my god, that's my finals MVP 2019 Worlds. Tian right there. Very damaged onto him. He has kick. Oh, Trundle ult legitimately quite useful there. It means he dies before he can get the full kill combo onto the Kaiser. While that's happening, Xiaoshu did take that bot lane turret. Xiaoshu's last couple of ultimates have been so clutch. The ult around the top lane, just there as well. Xiaoshu's been really, really important here.
经济差瞬间拉回到1000以内了。2件套，两边 AD 都是2件套。
但现在这个画面来讲的话，因为净化也交掉，所以下一轮微博团很难打。就是无论是兰博还是云阿娜吃到。
Thank you for the follows, by the way, Kazumi and Aki.
提到了，就是微博这个阵容，它的主动性比较差，它没有什么主动线上的能力，而京东他们的开团更加直接且简单。
Tienkos, yeah. Oh, the sale is over. Damn, that's annoying.
9个助攻，9层戒指。
下一波资源是厄塔汉。
Considering scaling, that should be enough to favor JDG again. Yeah, there's a slight gold lead to Weibo, but given that there's a dragon apiece, and it's only 2 grubs to 1, yeah, I think JDG are getting into a comfort zone now. I think once you get to about 3 items, it's quite... I wouldn't say it's hard for Weibo to win fights, but it's harder, right? This is the point where they're at their strongest, Weibo. You know, 2 items on Lee Sin, getting towards 2 items on LeBlanc. I think JDG after this point really starts to take off.
现在接中线得要稍微小心一点，因为瑞尔并不能时刻的陪伴他的身边。而且在现在我们说的第3。
Every time you get random bits of CC in River now, you got to be afraid of Pays just popping out with the 2-item Kaiser. What about the flowers? About even. I mean, if Atacon goes one way, we'll have another talk about that. Ooh. Kaiser passive. Rawmel comes through. Draw's pretty low here. Didn't get the great exhaust down there. Pays lethal tempo fully stacking. Scout gets the Blackfire torch rolling. Xiaohu, a bit of damage onto him. Xiaoshu, bit of damage back onto him. Lee Sin, good damage. Scout back into the defensive line. Light's got a load of people stood in front of him, which is kind of scary. Draw has teleport, so it's not like he's going to be off the map for that long. Look, you could start Atacon, but I don't think it changes that much, because doesn't Draw just teleport back in? Pretty sure he does. Xiaoshu can teleport in as well. That's not a great teleport. How fast is this Atacon going down? Shun, where's his ultimate? It's a lot of damage. Braum shield. Okay, Scout 3-man passive. Gets himself a double ultimate as well. Light, lot of damage onto him. Pays. Is Pays going to live? Does a chain onto him. Damage coming through from the Rumble as well. Pays does go down, but I think the damage is done. Breeds is going to get flipped over the shoulder. Xiaoshu blocks a little bit of damage. Can't quite finish off Draw. Almost had the assist from the objective, and JDG win the fight. Weibo, come on. You knew they had teleport. Shouldn't have stuck around there. Yeah, JDG. This fight will slingshot them into the lead. I think they're finally getting to the point where, you know, 2-3 items, they start to take over the comp of Weibo. Okay. Well, Shun face checked without ultimate, but he had to, really. Awesome combo from Scout. 3-man root. Shields down. Blackfire torch onto everyone. Gets his amp of his AP. Pays does jump in very deep, but he does enough damage. Just keeps auto-attacking. Yeah, the Kaiser goes down, but the damage is done. Yunara's down, and, you know, Lee Sin and LeBlanc can't assassinate everyone in a fight. is this LeBlanc vegan? This is the best LeBlanc build. Because Horizon Focus has something like 115 AP and a bunch of cooldown reduction. So this is your best kind of overall LeBlanc build. Has a 10-stack Magi's as well. So this is about as good as best damage as you can get from LeBlanc in this build. Wait, Scout's dead on live? Oh yeah. Scout died. Huh, what happened there? Wow, he just... Xiaohu just killed him, I guess. And now it's a 10-stack Magis. Oh, Pays doesn't have flash or ult. Does he have enough damage? Oh my god, the passive is insane though. Pays, how the hell does he get that turnaround? Last Q kills him though. Xiaohu gets another couple of stacks for the Magi's. That's going to be a 1-5 for Weibo. Lissandra's not in the play just yet. Shen doesn't get the wrong passive onto him. Walking around, Xiaohu, can he get the ult? If he gets the ult over the wall, it's insane. Ult! Gets onto the Braum, but not onto the Yunara. Now you have to deal with a melee range Ambassador either way, though, and he goes down. Tian, Xiaohu, how much damage can they do? Not enough, not nearly enough. Scout on the Lissandra is doing tons of work. Solo lane domination from JDG. Well, we've got 20... Folks, it's 23 minutes in and we have 40 kills. We have 40 kills in 23 minutes. We are almost at the legendary 2-kill-a-minute margin. Huh? Xiaohu 100% player of the game so far. Alright, we just need one other big fight and we can get to 2 kills a minute. So this is a play which we didn't see the full start of. Try to jump onto the separated bot lane from the rest of the JDG team, but then Pays gets full stacked Nash's Tooth, Lethal Tempo, and Kai'Sa does Kai'Sa things. Just shreds through the first people in front of them. Xiaoshu manages to... Well, that buys enough time and HP for Xiaoshu and Scout to completely clean up. And while Light dodges out on the Ambassador ult, Crisp doesn't. Dragon for JDG. It's a wow. Dragon has been left alive for a hell of a long time. Okay, now we just need another mega fight so we can get the 2 kills a minute. Atagon helping JDG as well. 35 flowers. Damn, it's good. Good haul.
那下路线可以推得很远啊。小虎已经做出了杀人术，
两队在24分钟里面已经打出了40个击杀了
啊！这把小虎其实没有人可以限制他，但问题是，这也是妖姬的问题。妖姬是一个很难被限制的英雄，但是妖姬能对战场造成的影响力也是有限的。对啊。
Okay, Tian trying to take Scuttle. Does get it. If Light can get a good DPS fight, maybe things change. Doesn't have to throw him. Ah, Shin separated. Tian doesn't have flash. Can't kick flash him. Shin. Ooh, good dodge there. Equalizer comes down. Ults onto Tian. Redemption's not awful. Q lands this time. Waiting for the next couple of cooldowns. The Trundle's not doing bad. What's happening on the rest of the map? Is Scout going for a play on the other side? Shun's just trying to buy time now. What's happening with the Lissandra ult? What's happening with the Lissandra ult? We need to see what happens with that. Scout still has it up. Good double engage, and Light doesn't have cleanse. That's just the dead Yunara. 2 dead. Yeah, they kill the jungler, but they lose 2 on their own. They split up the fight too much. The rest of the team just couldn't escape in time. Xiaoshu around the back. He's used his ult. Can Breathe get out in time? I doubt it. Breathe's gonna go down here. So that'll be a 3-for-1 fight all in all. Well, I think Weibo might be a little bit... hang on a second. Xiaohu. There's a barrier on Pays. Oh, that's close as hell. Use the barrier just to make sure there was no last tick of damage coming through. Not bad, though, from Xiaohu to buy a summoner out of Pays. Shun just took so long to die. Why did they walk up like this? I mean, I think they were afraid that... Wait, what happens here then? So they get the LeBlanc... No, they don't get the full LeBlanc chain. Oh, God. Light tries to flash out of the rel engage, but it's... Trying to flash out of a rel engage is quite difficult. Baron started. They have a Kai'Sa, which really helps with that. And if you engage into it, there's a chance that Scout just kind of ults you, pins you in front of the rest of the team, and you die. There's no MVKEs from Weibo, so no one's going to cleanse away from it besides Light right now. Xiaohu could jump over the back of the fit. JDG peel off. Equalize is good. Tagging 3 people off. Xiaohu get damage onto him. Scout self-ult. Does have flash. Might need to use it. Use the E instead. Safe. Kind of spooky there for a second. Yeah, JDG not getting the best fight. Scout can teleport back in. Elo, thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. What do the cricket predict for this game? The cricket predicts as it wishes. Do I remember? No. Ooh, Chris flashing away! Xiaoshu, another great ult. Oh my god. Xiaoshu is 0-7 on Ambassador, but you wouldn't guess it. You wouldn't guess it. This guy's had a great game on the pick. I think JDG were the last team that were predicted by our Grasshopper God. Ooh, flash forward from Xiaoshu. Here comes Pays. Light is snuffed out, and we are left in a world of Jingdong darkness. Tian trying to clear the wave, do a Marin, cut off the wave so the game doesn't end. Not sure that's going to help, friend. Scout gets over the wrong side of the wall there, sadly. I think Tian's probably dead anyway, not gonna lie. Light, hang on, whoa. Xiaohu just assassinated Light. Pays is gone. Xiaohu might have saved the game. Xiaohu is really trying to save things here. He just assassinated the Kaiser. How much more can he do? Trying to use as much cooldown as possible, just get as much damage as he can. Chris is back in. Gets himself a Brawn passive in. Oh, Scout flashes forwards, has the ultimate, can't quite get it on target onto Xiaohu. Not bad damage. If he walks any closer, he will get Lissandra ult, and that will be dead! Oh, it's close. Scout gets to turn around onto Xiaohu. Oh my god, some fancy feat attempted by Xiaohu to get a return pad at his feet to jump forwards and back. Pays did die to the assassination of Xiaohu, but JDG will still get out with the Baron. And I think it's still probably JDG winning the game off this, folks.
走向小龙，我们定睛一看 ，Scout 的装备竟然是大面具、火炬加法穿棒，这输出还是真爆的。
确实，主要这法穿棒有点太爆了。
And we removed a brief moment of quiet. A brief moment of quiet. Not much of one, but you know, it's there. So this is what happened. This is Xiaohu's ult over the wall. Manages to catch on to Xiaohu there, just across the wall, across the Raptor pit. God, this Ambassador's been doing so much work. I want to see what happens to Pays. How did Xiaohu get on top of him? Third dragon to JDG in picture. Damn, the engage has been very, very potent from JDG. Light's been really struggling to do the damage he needs to. You know, you go back to 23 or so. Oh my god, there you go. God Guo has chosen JDG. Not bad damage from Breathe. 4,000 damage gold down on Xiaoshu though. Bloody hell. 4-item Ambassador. Holy mother. And Tian. I'm so sorry, Tian. It's not 2019 anymore, buddy. Oh, Light's doing decent damage here. Stood on the equalizer. Pays is right over the wall. Finally, an Ambassador ult misses. Pays gets into the backline, though. Xiaohu needs to somehow assassinate the backline, and he won't do it. That'll be the full ace. JDG will end the game with a 5-for-none clean ace. So what brought the Lissandra picks out recently? Very good into LeBlanc. Very good into LeBlanc. JDG will 2-0. 4 games of the day so far. 1 last series to round out day 2 of ASI. And I have to say, folks, real fame for that moment. Perhaps infamy if you're a T1 fan, but yeah. DRX Aatrox, yeah. Special time, that. Special time. Probably the best Worlds ever, Worlds 22. Ooh, level 1. Sure, that's a problem. Oh dear. Well, the Karma is going to immediately die, and Kaiser has first blood. Double flash blown from Ju and Lehens, but Silung's lost his flash and has died. Also, it's a time point where Ju could have actually... I actually wonder whether he should have recalled. They're going for the Taeyun swap as well. Reminder, this is the Taeyun swap, not the Viper swap. Taeyun and Team WE did it a month before HLE, and were the ones that popularized it in scrims, and we've had that confirmed by KT Rolster's coach Score. You change your top lane in your AD carry. Shogun will go and bully out the Aatrox, saving the K'Sante from the early matchup. First, the Aatrox can be a little bit annoying at times. And instead, putting the K'Sante down towards bot lane. We've seen a popularization of Aftershock on the K'Sante for this reason, because it allows you to be a little bit, you don't get as much grasp stacking when you are, as compared to the 1v1, whereas the K'Sante, the aftershock can be a little bit more survivable in the 2v2. Shogun gets the auto attack reset by charging the Q, bullies out the Aatrox, and look to get the best thing through that.
还真是有些特定情况之下，还是要学这个 E 来把这个经验吃到。对啊，或者躲一些关键的技能。
Shogun is such a pop-off name. Shogun was very, very good on Saigon Buffalo too.
差不多，但是线已经推回来，所以对剑魔来压力是很小的。
Doesn't Aatrox just blow up Yunara level 3? But the problem is you're meant to be so low on HP by that point that you've lost control of the lane and then the Yunara switches back. You don't have to. You only stay there for the first 2 lanes. First 2 waves rather.
发条一定是吃压力的，这个线毫无疑问。
前期都得扛压啊。辅助跟着打野往上面去走。 主要其实左边的话也没有太多关于打野黄。
Which draft do I prefer? I prefer Nongshim's draft. I think Vikings draft is a little bit disjointed. Yunara and Karma aren't going to be great at following the Vi Galio. K'Sante's okay at peeling for the Yunara, not great at following up the engage though. On the Shogun did get the Penta at Worlds. Yeah, you're right. Shogun got the Penta at Worlds. Yes. It might have been MSI. One of the two. Yes, but he did get that one Penta. You're right. Yes, I do think Vikings probably have the worst draft. I think Nongshim have a much more easy time following up. You know, Jarvan Orianna explains itself, especially with the Kai'Sa follow-up. Kai'Sa Nautilus, very good lane. Aatrox, very good cleanup as well for when the combo lands. Yeah, and I think all their lanes are solid too, especially with the early lead now too. Do you think a change to 4-minute lane swaps will do anything? It will change some things, because you have to change your coordination around which part of your jungle clear or support roam timers do you use. You know, changing it to 3:30 instead of 4 minutes to 3:30 means that maybe jungler can get a back in before the extra kind of stage comes through. King getting dove. No one's really. Tries to flash the Vi Q. Can't manage it. Great gets himself first blood. Not first blood. The first kill for Vikings. Scores first blood once Sealon. Kingen, World's Finals MVP on the champion he demolished Zeus with. We'll have to teleport back to lane.
原来如此
啊，太可惜了，这就是可惜了。但是所以从画面角度来讲，大家看可能会觉得有一点点就是不对，好吧？
那这样的话，反而是魁桑提这边开心一点啊。他没被越，然后可以一直吃经验，一直有刀吃。
但这波越完主要亏的是什么？他闪也掉了，就是这会有个什么
？Calyx forcing Karti back. Karti was Karti's had an interesting story, because Karti started his career really on, or at least when I first ran into him, was when he was on Team Flash, a team that never went international. Kratos, you missed that cannon, we saw that. But they were winning the VCS around about 2020, 21, around that era. And that was a team that never went internationally, because that's when COVID hit. But Flash arguably were the best Vietnamese team. I mean, Carrix, who was one of the VCS English casters, was saying that effectively they were the best Vietnamese team ever. Very good macro, very, very savvy. One of the best macro teams that the VCS had ever brought out. And Karti was their mid laner. And they were sparring against Garm a lot at that point with Dio1. I think that was when Dio1 was their mid laner? I'm trying to remember. Long time ago now. But yeah, and then Karti eventually, after winning tons of titles on Flash, went to Garm. But he missed a lot of the peak of his career because COVID happened. He didn't get to go international. He was winning, he was just stacking up VCS titles, but he couldn't go internationally because COVID locked Vietnamese teams regionally, which really sucked. Karti's now, he's been fine internationally, but I think that it's really sad to see him rack up international experience quite late, because I think having your first world is a game changer for your career.
然后现在到了6分钟了，只有40秒左右的时间了。这40秒如果打不完这个龙，就真的别打了。
这里还要再偷的话，魏也赶过来了。MVKE 其实前面对于这个中立资源
Is the Arn on EGG now the same one from Arn from AHQ back then? No, I don't think it's the same one. Don't think so. I think Arn has never played outside of LPL. He was an IG, EDG. Where else was he? Was it just those two teams?
现在这个情况
Arn was really good last year, struggled to have an impact this year though. In fact, actually, he had some really bad mistakes in a bunch of important series for him. In fact, they lost a Game 5 versus JDG, partly because Arn walked up and got hit by a Mordekaiser E, like, unassisted 2 times around Atakan. It was really bad. Okay, game slowed down a little bit. Vikings a slight gold lead. That first blood and a plate helping them, so that was an extra, you know, 400 or 500 gold in pocket, which is pretty much the gold lead. Lehens gonna get rooted up, I think. No, not quite. Holding the way for G, we realized he was safe. I appreciate the new. We now have a mod in Twitch chat with for Godguo, the cricket.
画面上来看 ，King
然后他现在会点
T，
看这个 T 点哪，点的上路没问题。他会在6分钟这波回家，然后点 T， 然后买好装备，然后上线，然后趁这个线卡的时候，他先踢过来摸线，然后这个线会续住，等到下一波线到的时候，2个人放技能把线前推，然后在7分45秒的时候下到河道帮队友占虫的位置。一会儿在7分45的时候，应该会有一个泰坦跟卡莎顺着上河道的草丛慢慢摸进河道中央。
Oh, slower game. Thought we'd be getting some more blood after that first one onto Jiwoo. Cull onto both AD carries. They both want to scale up and get ahead of the game.
看一下吧，应该已经下河了。7分45哦，稍微慢一点。
就无灭这个东西，它是一个持续性增长的小天赋嘛。但余震的话，就是每一波只要你能够触发这个控制技能，是吧？下河10打10给你这个坦度。下河了，稍微晚了7秒，但还是下到。
How many teams has Arn been on,
无伤大雅的，因为中路发条的线也是拿稳的。
No, Arn was never on. Arn was never on AHQ. LCK pace, not LPL pace. Yeah, but we are, you know, this is a Vietnamese team, and this is one of our, you know, Vietnam does have a crazy early game reputation, right? Grub started by Nongshim, get the first one. Level 6 is available for everyone but Lehens, worth noting. Well, no, not the Karma either. Okay, going in. Do you have the Vi and the Galio combo? Shockwave onto 3, that helps, and they do get the second grub there too. Shogun pops the ultimate. Flash out from Jiwoo after ulting in. Passive comes through. Guri does have his Q charged up. See along. Shogun getting some decent damage on Kratos into the flank. That's a good all-out angle. The Cassante can start to pop off, but that's a dunk into the back from Gideon as well. Kingen, oh god, there's going to be some resets to the Aatrox. World's Finals MVP, Kingen! This is the guy that brought down Zeus in his prime. Kingen, massive fight from the Aatrox. Finally turns up to play. God damn, awesome fight from the Aatrox. Do you remember a Filipino league team that got to go to Worlds in 2013? Yeah, vaguely do actually, yeah. Well, now Kingen has gold. That was almost awesome from Vikings. I would have thought that would have been... Yeah, I would have thought that would have been a big fight for them. I wonder whether they should have gone on to Jiwoo instead with that. With the Vi Galio, you should be able to full CC them. You should be able to. Was it Mineski, the Filipino team? Was it Mineski? Right, Mineski, cool, yeah. Well, that's your 22 MVP Kingen. Occasionally he turns up. He had some awesome games earlier this year, by the way. He had that one Rumble 1v3 outplay. Where's my VCS Clan Fiesta? Well, we do almost have a kill a minute after that fight.
AD 一个人。然后我们常说呢，剑魔这个英雄本身就是个比较难杀的英雄。是，他在焚天血手出完之后，很可能会出现左边一套技能控制拉到满，就剑魔可能被控了5秒6秒，但输出跟不死。
Stop with promoting that run. It's embarrassing. What do you mean? One of the greatest Worlds runs of all time? Wow, guys, should we not talk about the Worlds 22 run? And Kingen, who is the MVP of Worlds 22 finals. Should we not talk about that? You know, on the skin which he won from that Worlds run. I don't think we should talk about Worlds 22 and the finals MVP of Worlds 22 Kingen on his champion skin which he won for being in finals MVP of Worlds 22. So enough about Worlds 22 and the finals MVP of Worlds 22. Guri's gonna clear his jungle.
那现在我们还要处理个边线问题啊，就是对于 MVKE 来讲，边线
That guy is a T1 fan 100%. Look, the thing is, I am also a T1 fan, but like,
还是能接受的。
you're allowed to take L's as a team. I think one of the problems when a team wins a lot is that you have a lot of fans which are not used to them ever losing. Like, if you're a fan of T1 back in like 2014 or 2017, oh, Mineski? Oh, yeah. Oh, the Mineski run was. Okay. Okay, no. Toss dog. What? Like, come on. I mean, someone's allowed to be proud of their Filipino team as well. That's cool. Oh, wait, who won what with that skin? Well, I think Kingen won his skin for being Worlds 22 Finals MVP in the championship of Worlds 22. Apologize for misunderstanding about the Mineski thing. Okay, back then was definitely a time where you could definitely see a lot more competition between our kind of like smaller regions though. That was around the time when GPL was kind of a thing. Season 2, of course, you had teams like, God, was it Saigon Jokers? Were they around Season 2? Guri misses the Q over the wall. Vigalio coming in. Lehens does have flash. No, he doesn't. Doesn't need it though. Goddamn awesome shockwave from Calyx. Holy crap, shockwave onto 4. I mean, you do lose Gideon, but I think you're just going to smash the fight anyway, right? Root coming through from Suilong. Not going to be enough. 3 for 1. Awesome fight from Nongshim. Great shockwave from Calyx.
然后随后农心的双 C 在不被任何限制的情况下完成战场打扫。
对，然后 G 点他其实是完成了自己开团的任务，一个大招留到了蓝色方 MVKE 的4个人，剩下的双 C 就能够接管这个残局，拿下各个人头。
So Guri just misses the Q over the wall, and then chooses to go in anyway. Ults through the Nautilus ult. That's not. They're not doing a fantastic job of full CCing this. Awesome shockwave.
刚好加疗大招落地，皇子天崩地裂盖了个满的。
可以说是 MVKE 的技能释放比较不太对。
Ooh, Kratos. Ooh, solo kill to Kingen. Not quite. Not quite. Oh no, turret shot's doing a lot of work there. Kingen survives. Close from Kratos though.
大步驰援刷出来了，本身开完大招这个 CT 短一点。
Can he dunk in? Gideon has flash. There's no all out from Kratos now, right? I think it's off cooldown. Gideon, when's his flag drag coming back? Ooh, not quite. Not quite. Yeah, I mean, folks, truly, who else could do that than the person with their skin buff from Worlds 22 Finals? In fact, he was the MVP of what? Can you believe that? Have we mentioned that yet? Worlds Finals MVP of 22. Holy moly. Nongshim, finally released from the Legends group. Finally, they can show their true power. Exactly, it's the skin buff. It's the skin buff. Who are we to judge that? Good stuff. I know, it's incredible, right? How long can I commit to this bit before I go insane? How much sanity have I got left to burn on this? Rise and Nirvana are where the real games get played? Exactly, yes. I'm sorry, I got temporary amnesia. Can you say that again? Don't you worry. I'm sure we'll find another way to put that into the game at some point. Oh, God. What skin is Aatrox using? Oh, Burnished. Burnished, have I got a story for you. What skin is Aatrox using? I believe it's DRX Aatrox. Well, he's currently not going to stop this teleport coming in topside. Calyx, does he have a teleport to get back towards? He does, yeah. I believe it's DRX Aatrox, which, you know, funnily enough, I think a guy called Kingen got that skin for the World Championship 2022. I believe it was Finals MVP of Worlds 22. What a player. Incredible, I know, right? Kingen's had a weird old year, because he had some awesome moments earlier. He had, yeah, like we were saying, like, very early into the year, I would have said Kingen probably peaked at maybe being second best top planer in LCK at points this year. He had some awesome moments. What is this? Oh, hang on. The game is paused. Oh my god, the game's paused again. Game! There we go. Kingen! Oh my god! It's the World's Finals 22 MVP! Oh, Calyx caught on top side. He'll finally go down. Solo kill, actually, by Gorionto. Hello, League of Legends caster Nymaera. I'd like to inform you that the League of Legends World Championship 22 World Champion Kingen is currently playing this game. Kingen is also the League of Legends World Championship 22 World's MVP, Finals MVP, and is using the Prestige DRX Aatrox skin made to celebrate Kingen his League of Legends World Championship 22 World's victory and Finals MVP. Incredible. Okay, now 3 of you have typed that out now. You can stop. More than 3 of you have typed stop it. Oh, God. I think at this point, with the amount of gold that Aatrox and Kai'Sa have, one of 2 things is going to happen. Kai'Sa is going to explode someone and clean up, or Aatrox is going to clean up the amount of damage that Jarvanori gets. I think as soon as the combo lands from Nongshim, I don't think Vikings have enough to take down both of those threats, really. Oh my god. Yeah, okay. We're finally into the copy pasta era of the stream, are we? Oh, this is the picture-in-picture, so this is what we missed. Because it paused in the spectator. I mean, it's just full CC. I mean, what can the poor guy do? I mean, it's not exactly Kratos' fault. He just gets blasted. Kratos still wants to go for a 1v1 here. Okay. 1v1ing the 2k up Aatrox. Might we add, on a very special skin, which we might have talked about before. Sizable gold lead for Nongshim. It's only 18 minutes in, so, you know, the gold lead as it stands, which is about 3k, is actually pretty big for the timestamp. I'd love to see the current Philippine server join Worlds. I have not got enough information on the Filipino server. There was someone earlier talking about them setting up a Filipino esports league, which is very cool. And casting it. I hope they do well. Sometimes esports scenes can be carried by a couple of very motivated, and skilled individuals. I'm not going to say talented, because it's the hard work which matters. Oh, Guri goes towards Kingen. He doesn't have ult yet, but he has 2 items, including a Sundered Sky. His ult's not too far off. Redemption. Oh, redemption to keep the minions more healthy. Guri going on to Jiwoo. Galio's coming back in, and now Jiwoo doesn't have flash, but he does have ult. Lehens pops the ultimate in front. Okay, Kratos might trade 1 onto Lehens. That, oh my god, he just backstepped the Q. That's actually some really slick side steps from Lehens. 1-for-1, all things said and done. Guri went down. Kratos did pick up that 1 onto Lehens. Could have been worse. Gideon still has the dunk, by the way. Wants to try and clear out. Puts the flag down. Gets some extra attack speed for allies in the area. Not bad from Vikings. Save their turret. Kingen, World Finals 22 MVP, is pushing in top lane. Kingen doesn't have ult, but did you know he's using... Okay. He's been skinned alive. Speaking of skins, did you know about Kingen? Oh my god, Kratos is going for it again. Kingen pops his ultimate, the World Ender. And he was the World's Ender too, incredible! Only the Finals MVP can do this. He's in a 1v4, flashes in, and sadly his world has been ended. Much like he ended Worlds 2022 with the Finals MVP. Oh god. Make it stop. Oh Jesus. Oh. It's gone too far now. I need to stop. Or someone needs to stop me. One of the 2 things needs to happen. Jesus Christ. If you can call 0800 08 080 0808, you too could own this. Oh, the world today, shall we fly? Okay, well, this game has definitely devolved a little bit. Vikings still behind a similar amount of goals they were before. Adagon has been started up. I think Vikings should know this is going on. If they check it, they should be able to see the rings of damagey thing. Oh, God. Right, Shahayu is a caster. Hey, I'm on the LEC. They do technically harm me for that one. I hope that continues to be the case. Gatcom will go down. We'll be traded for the dragon on the other side. Are they going to start giving out 2 world skins now to the MVP? Well, they did for Faker. Now, the question is, will they do it for the next person that isn't Faker? It's quite easy to justify it for Faker because Faker will sell skins like hotcakes, and honestly, you know, hell yeah, he's the GOAT. He does deserve some love. However, I'd be very interested to see what they do for the next team that isn't T1. Whenever that happens, of course, it might not be this year. T1 could obviously win. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see how they treat kind of future world champions, because we're not expecting T1 to win for forever, right? I'm sure they'll always be a relevant team. But yeah. Someone check the coffee for vodka. I actually don't drink. This is all complete straight edge. God, that's the worst thing. Folks, sometimes you cast 900 games in a year. I've probably cast like over 1,000 games this year, by the way, between LEC and LPL. Sometimes the brain doesn't go with me. Kratos, chased down by Calyx, has the phase rush. Ooh, Shockwave back here, knowing that he doesn't have the W for the damage reduction. Shogun, Calyx, using the Zhonya's, the stopwatch part of it, flashes out. Redemption, Guri doesn't have flash roll now. Kingen, oh my god, he's here to end another world. Incredible. Galliot coming through. Good damn, god damn, the dunk is nasty. And Jiwa starts flying into the backline. Shillong, he's not going to be long for this world either. Oh my god, Longchin just completely snapped the jaw shut. Holy moly. Yeah, Vikings, it's been a nice try. They've had some nice skirmishes, but realistically, there are just too many fed people. It's either going to be the Kai'Sa or the Aatrox, which causes the end of things, really. Oh my god, he's 2.2k ahead. That's almost 2022 gold ahead. Funnily enough, 2022 was the year in which King had ended the... They said last year that they were going to do 2 different skins from now on for MVP and Standard. It wasn't just for Faker, and it was said before T1 Worlds. Very cool, Qatari. So they did say before, and that's good to know. That's good to know. Very cool. Oh my god. He almost has 2. He has 202 CS. Incredible. Incredible. Yeah, just in case people forgot. Where do I rank BLG for this Worlds? I actually need to do my Worlds tier list still. I might do that on stream at some point. I might do that in a couple of days' time after these streams have ended. I'll see. I mean, I think I have to rate most LCK teams up in the like top 5. The question is, where does BLG go amongst them? Look, BLG aren't a bad team. They're very vibes. That is a teleport. Kratos, my dude. That's probably not where you want to be. Redemption's coming down. He's dead before it hits the ground, though. Guri's going to die, too. I think it's the end of game 1, folks. It's been a pretty quick... Bloody hell! They just used the Kai'Sa shockwave? Oh my god, maybe this guy should have been the world's fight. I mean, he wasn't there, but you know, Chiwu, insane! Did they just Kai'Sa bomb the shockwave into the backline? That was insane! That's like a budget Nocturne Orianna with a Kai'Sa. Insane! God, that was so sick. Holy moly. That was my favorite combo I've seen today. Well, that should probably... Is that going to be the end of the game? 15 seconds on respawns, 2 grubs? I think the end of the game here, surely, right? They have the Jarvan standard for attack speed, helps them get more attacks on towers. Yeah, this is it. This is it. Holy crap. That was one of the more fun shockwave combos I've seen in a long time. There you go, game 1 to Nongshim. Raise your noodles. Weird, right? A lot of contracts only last until Worlds.
我们也在这边采访 Scout 说的，就是以前都带骨甲，为什么现在要带那个复苏之风？因为现在很多妖姬是习惯性的会 W 上来 A 你一下，他其实第一波未必会爆你血，
就先 A 你一下，以防自己要打电血的那一波要把伤害全部。
他甚至可能会前2波直接换线，应该是放线，1、2波放线。 然后第3波线卡塔就是在动手，
是的，
上路要互动啊。其实他们在互动的时候也达到自己身的目的了，他们只是为了占这个岗，不让对方打野，或者有人有机会挤进自己的野区里面放眼。
比赛第2，友谊第1啊，大家都很讲武德啊，还没有到线的时候先不对打。
就他俩都是在完成自己任务的情况下，
但这边冲路就有点对吧？不跟你整这些虚的了，因为两边这个中单来讲的话，其实在这种对位的情况下。
Ooh, Hookland's level 1. Now you meant to repel that. Hang on a second. I've just realized, look, this is an online tournament. Trying to play on... I don't know what ping they're on. But surely you're playing this on some ping, right? They're trying to repel the Blitzcrank hook on not land. Oh my god, he has to say he's super 2. Is he gonna die for it? Holy crap, the Blitzcrank passive has to come out actually. Style. Ooh, tap shot onto Style on the back side of that though. That's gonna change things up a bit. Ooh, Gideon sees the low HP bars and is like, ooh, I'm gonna have that. He hasn't leveled up the spell shield yet. Of course he can't. Oh, he misses the cocoon. He misses the cocoon. Does he kill him with a Q? I think he gets both here. Maybe not. Okay, flash and release. 1 kill in. It's a solo kill technically, but Style. The biggest thing is Style Nemesis is fun. Which draft is my go-to for this game? Look, Nongshim are likely gonna win this, folks. Nongshim are likely going to win this because they're a very good team, comparative to the level of this tournament. In terms of draft, I mean, I actually quite like Vikings draft. I just think that Nongshim are a good team. And I think that LCK teams, even the mid-table teams, just have a certain stock level of player value, which is very hard to overcome. Who did Godgwar predict? I actually didn't see for this game. I will say, despite tanking 2 hooks, before that turret shot, Vikings were winning the trades. They were a little bit, yeah. I mean, but Lisa's base damage is utterly disgusting. Now, the problem is, neither of them have any summoners, and I think that does favor Nongshim, because they can do, you know, some hook shenanigans now. We are getting to the point where the hooks mean a lot less, though, because you have Spell Shield. However, you know, Jiu is just picking up farm on the Zeri. She's pretty happy. Styles dropped some CS and some XP. Jiu's got the XP advantage. Not too bad, though. Top lane is isolated. The Renekton loves that. Blitz versus Elise is such a Lehens versus Lehens bot lane. True! Oh my god, how could I forget? Lehens was the Elise support player. Yeah, of course he was. Guri's not coming down boss, so it has flash, lands the Q. Knockup lands. Lehens, I'm not sure he's making it out of this one. I think G will be safe, but I'm not sure Lehens will be. Oh, perhaps a little different. Trying to predict a flash. Mine's telling him no, but his body... Well, luckily this time is also telling him low. Luckily. They're going to be zoned off the bot lane, which is a bit annoying. Gideon will get a Raptor camp. How much else is he going to get? So you are trading bot lane wave for top camps. Zeri's going to get back to this wave now, so loses still most of one wave. I guess that evens up the wave that was lost for Style earlier. But now Guri has to look across the rift and see Gideon with a kill, stealing a camp away from him, getting the net scuttle as well. Gideon is in a really good spot. I'd forgotten about the Lehens Elise support. That's a great call out there. Ooh, chain landing, that'll pop the mark. Because the thing about Malzahar W, the Voidlings which come out, it takes like just a fraction of a second to come through. Which means that if you're trying to block skill shots with the Malzahar W, it doesn't always work in the way that you want it to. Oops.
这样的话，猴哥补完装备，有耀光，有红水晶，回来刷自己的下半区。
相当舒服的节奏啊，对于猴子来讲。他这轮10甲虫刷完，再刷完自家的 F6，你会发现这猴子等级居然领先于这个盲僧。明明是开局2级抓下，但等级居然反向领先，甚至还有个人头进账。
So Gideon got the Sheen Ruby Crystal for that first back is pretty good for him, actually. Because typically as Wukong, you just get Sheen. Getting the Ruby Crystal means that you're still like on the same amount of HP as other AD fighters, which go back for pieces of Tunneler instead. Because Wukong doesn't go for a Tunneler item first, which means your first back is sometimes a little bit worse than AD fighters. Right here, you have a little bit more fighter stats to work with because you have the Ruby Crystal, right? Because Sheen gives you the on-hit damage when you cast a spell. It doesn't actually give you any stats besides that. Very, very good for Wukong, of course, but it doesn't give you, the ability to kind of brawl through a bit more. Tunneler is such a broken first back, by the way. Not one, it's not your first back, but it's such a broken first component to get. It's a very, very good, efficient build, though. Okay, Guri wanted to steal some camps back. Kingen is not spotted by that. Okay, he has charged up the Dominus, which means that he will be able to... Okay, so he's going to be able to... Does he flash for this? He was thinking about it. He was 100% thinking for that. Okay, but he saves the Gromp by doing that. So basically a trade for Dominus for Gromp. It secures the Gromp for him. Ow. Hook misses. I've been very impressed by Calyx at this tournament so far. He's been playing really well. I've really been watching him closely. He's been good. This is tier map for King in first. I wonder if he's going Stridebreaker, I guess. Because what Stridebreaker will do is Stridebreaker can sometimes break spell shields. By the way, there is some really big brain tech you can do where you can... Ooh, that's a tight flash! And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. Damn, that was sick from Lehens. Didn't matter at all, but it was sick. Very fun to look at. Coffee Doctor, by the way, I noticed you followed. I am very privileged to live next to probably the best coffee place I've ever been to in my life. I live in Berlin, in East Berlin, and it's such a good coffee place, literally a block off of us, which is, yeah, it is in fact the best coffee I've ever had. It is very, very good. My parents came over to visit us, and they said that that place had ruined coffee for them because it just makes all other coffee taste worse. Grub's gonna be started by Nongshim. They're gonna get all of them. I suppose without Malzahar ult, you don't really want to be tangling around mid-jungle, do you? Hey, I'm doing alright, Sylph, I'm doing alright. How about you? Who's a counterpick to who in the mid lane? Malzahar is a counterpick to LeBlanc, but also LeBlanc can occasionally lane bull if she gets ahead. Lens does not have flash, does have heal, does use it, doesn't matter. Quick kill, Kratos gets something. G was putting some good damage down there, nice. Oof. Spark Surge Lightning is pretty nasty damage there. Bot side, Kingen does have Dominus. He's not under threat here. They'll do some damage because you can do that. Ooh. King, oh my god, that's some the world champ difference! He's got flash still too! He can still actually flash him if he really needs to. When's his next cooldown's up? Okay, not soon enough. Holy moly, Kingen! In prime 2022 form today. Did I travel? Hang on a second. Kratos has ult and flash. Using the grass proc, it ends up here. He doesn't have level 6. Oh, it's so close. It's so close, but Lehens and Gideon come to save the day. Oh, Kratos, so close. Did I ever travel around Germany, or am I stuck in Berlin so far? I've been to Heidelberg. Oh, bloody hell. Yep. Oh my god. Does he die to that? He does. He does, but hell, we take the kills there. Hell yeah. Great kill from Kingen. Double over the last minute. But yeah, I went to Heidelberg / Mannheim to see Angie. Went to Heidelberg Schloss, the castle. Too long gets there. God damn! Oh, flash over. Wow. Yep. Okay, that's counterplay. And that's why you picked the Malzahar into the LeBlanc. Wow, that was an insane amount of CC. Yeah, I really think that Calyx could have outplayed that. That was nice from Kingen. Almost reminds me of his World's Finals. You thought you could escape, but alas. One of the implications of the random kills being traded, though, is actually that Style is now ahead of Jiwoo because of the kills. Whereas Jiwoo has not really been involved in that much, you know? That's true. Renekton does have a champion, have a world skin as well from Marin. God, I have to say the SKT Renekton skin was really good too. That was a nice skin. I still need to get to LEC match in Berlin at some point. Oh, it's across the country for me? Right. Well, let me know if you're ever in town. I will say, one of the problems of going to the LEC is that there's not really anything else around the studio. Adlershof is not an interesting area, Berlin. This could be an ult angle onto Kingen. He does have Dominus. They get the Cocoon. If he gets an empowered Q, he's probably fine. Backsteps it. He actually might kill here now. He actually might kill. Oh my god, it's getting close. Oh, it's so close. Kingen! That is illegal! Dude, this guy is so entertaining to watch! Oh my god.
那下半区兵力空虚，蚂蚱必然要受到针对。就这一波，蚂蚱现在要被逼到2塔自闭去了。
Oh my god.
对他现在压力很大。
There was a very funny Northern Lion bit the other day when he was talking about like you can just frame things in just the weirdest kind of dates and just make you seem like super. Hang on, Lehens might get a good kill here. Like, hang on, Katia has no flash, but he does have ult. He got Blackfire Torch. But it's like wow, I can't believe. Wait, what did it use? It's like I can't believe in like 8 years it's gonna be the 30th anniversary of Meteora. I feel so old. Just like putting random dates and times in, and just makes you, yeah. You got to outsmart your enemy, folks.
知道这一波 Kingen 没闪没大，
又来。但是 Kingen 呢最有没带情况下，这波先要放回
Kingen has Stride Breaker now. Stride Breaker is it's a weird item. It's really good for Renekton at points because you know Tiamat is very. Hang on a second. He knows someone's there. He just doesn't know exactly. Caught. Yeah. Hang on. Now, okay. Now Curry's caught. He doesn't have Dominus yet. Can they 100 to 0 him? I'm not sure. He's going to try and get some rage. Oh, he does get the empowered Q. It's not going to be enough. If he got the empowered, if he got the empowered W, if he got the empowered Q, I think he maybe lives there. Didn't quite have Dominus. Still up in like another, I don't know, like 20 seconds or something. Okay, good punish. Onto the world champion from 2022. Blows the spell shield. He's just stopping the recall with that.
Q 档也没有作用这一波。得看下一轮对抗啊。现在 MVKE 是取得了一些局部的优势的，朗姆的装备不错。这一轮挺进打到星石，加上铁板鞋，朗姆可以取得一定的线权，已经过渡掉那个最难受的时期了。
就打到这会儿的话，中路的这个蚂蚱补刀没有被压很多，妖姬也没甜头。Kratos 在这个位置被勾过来。
Okay, Lehens Gideon getting into a bit of a scuffle here. Kunos the clone.
主要也看到旁边这个蜘蛛支援过来了。
Cyclone blown. Okay, so we're getting towards the point. Really, at this point onwards, Wukong starts to have more impact than the Lee Sin. Because Wukong is just so disgusting at the one item mark, especially if the game's been even. Not bad from Calyx. Does miss the chain though. It's a pretty even game though. You know, Vikings have a small gold lead. They've managed to shut down Kingen quite well from what was a very disgusting, like, set of kills he managed to get randomly. Gonna get first turret and top side though. Good gold for him. Plates have just fallen off, denying some extra farm where he can. How much of this wave is he gonna deny? An extra minion probably, yeah. Okay, so we're actually getting into an even game in mid-game. This is going to be very cool. So, look, we joked around, we've had some fun. But really, I want to see if Vikings can play an even game out against an LCK team. Especially Style coming in as AD carry. I'm kind of surprised that they subbed out Shogun for Style, but maybe... Again, I haven't actually seen that much about this team from this year. I know them historically. So Style played... How many games over this year did they play? Over summer... Style played 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 games. Where Shogun played 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14. So they played pretty even games, actually. Interesting. Interesting. Didn't quite realize that. Ooh, good dodge away. Match history.
然后先锋已经拿掉了，
两边交换资源。
MVKE 还在这样动小龙的话，这先锋一会儿在中路放血了。但这个回合有点紧凑，有点难。
Yes, they were switching between Style and Shogun fairly regularly.
看要去哪里？这个先锋是有一定。
It wasn't like just one then the other or something like that. Wait, someone else with coffee in their name followed? Needy coffee. Damn. We're all caffeinated today. Herald into the top lane in the turret. Vikings, they cross-mapping anywhere? No, not really. Do they go for a flash Malzahar? They might go into Kingdom with this. The problem is, if you flash Malzahar and they have like a clapback opportunity, that's when Malzahar feels a bit bad. I want to see Malzahar Yorick Neferi one day. Is that just for all of the small little ads you can bring in? You could also bring in someone like Zyra as well for like 1,000,000 plants. Is Cadril playing? Yeah, I don't know, man. Well, Cardi's not cancelled it yet. So, we're not convinced just yet. Oh yeah, there's someone who's like a really experienced Malzahar player who there's a really rare Malzahar mechanic, which is the R flash, but like you R then flash backwards to extend the range of it. You have to do it on the same frame that it's working. But basically, you can extend the range of your ult-up points. King, hang on a second, has to pop the Dominus. He has flash. Oh, close style flash. So I think Kingen might have just copped it here. Yeah, styles at him, and Kingen. That's not the world champ difference we come to expect. Style, great outplay, great spacing from him. Threatening the spell shield. Ooh, good chain. Calyx does not. I mean, he might just get sold out here. Flashes away from the ult Guri. Oh, slick. The problem is, he's flicked back, but I'm not sure it's going to help him that much. He moves the clone a little bit slowly, so he can't block another Q. Calyx will go down in the side lane. So 2 solo lane deaths in the side lanes. Nice stuff from Vikings. Great play from Style. Play on the strong side of the map, the other side of it, knowing that Kingen can't get there, of course, either. Nice. So it's an R flash, Charles, where you R and flash on the same frame. So you R then flash backwards to make sure your ult is like double range so you're out safely. Oh, we didn't see this. Right, so double ults, Lehens just got exploded. Damn, this is good. Oh, we did see it. I actually might have just, yeah. They regularly switch mid-series, but didn't versus Dinos. I was almost thinking that maybe Style had another org lined up for next year. I mean, they're both very good AD carries. I remember Style from bits and pieces in the VCS as well, although I know less about him than someone like Shogun or someone like Artemis. There were a couple of videos about it. There were some TikToks about it. I think it made it to Reddit as well, but yeah. Apparently with WASD movement, it's very easy to do the Malzahar R-Flash. It's kind of crazy. Okay, Guri. Ooh, close. Close. Just hopping over the wall, see if we can get an R-Flash. He didn't have the R, of course, for another couple of seconds, but still pretty strong. Gideon is pretty damn strong, too. 2 items on him. Wait, is he the first person with 2 items in the game? Holy moly. How the hell did he get that? He's got a ton of gold from turrets, I guess. Maybe the top lane inner turret gold went largely to him, maybe? Oh, onto Jiwoo! Oh, yeah, Redemption didn't quite come in quickly enough. Great pickup from Vikings. Hey, they're starting to do it, folks. They're really starting to do it. A little bit ahead now. Gideon, he's pretty fed, but he is getting chased down by a bunch of people. Needs to try and get... Wait, where's the rest of his Cyclone? Does he need it? King is going to walk forwards! I think it's not a bad Cyclone. King is coming in with Calyx behind him. I think the Renekton might win this, folks. I'm not going to lie. Great flick back from Calyx. Guri does have Flash. Might be able to kill the LeBlanc if he connects another Q. So actually, Calyx does need to be a little bit afraid. Yeah, this could be a bit problematic. Guri was trying to hop over and see if he can catch Calyx. Style decided, hang on, no, there's a turret to be taken here. Almost takes the inner turret. Not quite all of it, though. 3 grubs to Nongshan means that Vikings have none. If only King was playing Aatrox. Damn, I wonder what famous accolades he has on that Aatrox. Oh, man. Mid-jungle from Vikings doing a lot of work here. I guess Cardi was... Wait, Cardi was in full vision here. What happened to... I mean... I mean, he just... I mean... There's not much to say there, is there? He's just in Malzahar range. He just walks at him. Huh. Okay. Yeah, not sure about that one, buddy. Great turnaround by King though and Calyx. Did a very good job of turning things around. Yes, Gideon dies, but they end up taking, what, 3 down here? Is it 3? Oh, maybe just the 2, actually. Yeah, 2. King has Shojin second. Zeri can't do anything. Not until you get, pay your taxes. You gotta pay your taxes. Get QSS.
同样是压制，它不像万豪大招那么短，也不像蝎子大招那样不可控制，就是简单粗暴的一箭锁头。
主要这个英雄的话，还有那种清兵能力、自保能力，还有一个沉默。
Oh, fight in the river. Karti's pretty... Oh, wow, the Malzahar's just gone. Yeah, Gideon gets an actual good fight on the Wukong this time. Sulong, he doesn't have flash, he's dead. Okay, I think this game is starting to fall apart a little bit now. Is that going to lead in towards the Atakan? It's a really bad time to give up that fight. Karti, Sulong, that's a lot of their pick potential. Okay, that should be Atakan. Dragon is up. I mean, you're giving over... Hang on a second. You are giving over 3rd dragon. That's a bit risky, actually. I don't know. I'm not loving that trade of Atacon for Dragon, actually. Huh. Does QSS still work for Malzahar Ultimate? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Doesn't work for Mordekaiser ult. Where is Godguo? Does he move? Oh my god. It's slowly moving over. Godguo! Godguo! No, staying the course right now. Staying the course. Still with the Noodle Boy. Still with Nongshim. 2k up for style, by the way. Nongshim could lose this one? Yeah, I think they could. I think, I was afraid that Vikings wouldn't get out of the early game against Nongshim. Because just player skill, basically. But that's bluntly not been an issue.
这说明咱们这个郭神确实预测还是蛮有自己的一些想法在的。对，有点东西的。远程电。6
games. That's all that. Yeah, 6 games. That's all that Godguo is going to give us today. Of course, the cricket is the one that decides. We are just again dancing in the palms of the tiny palms of the cricket.
1300块钱到账。这水银是必须的。
Oh, Godguo was on Vikings before the match and switched again. Ah, right. 3 grubs make that. Wow, that's a full turret take. Jesus, quick take there. Nice. Lehans has flash and all. He can do some fun stuff. Lehans hasn't had. Look, folks, Lehans probably hasn't had the best game of his life. He's 1-4, not at the cleanest time of things, but you know, 1 hook can make a Blitzcrank's game.
这套玩法就是他的 CD 很快。
CD 很快，同时兼具一个留人能力，配合上已经拿到的
Gold is very even now.
在团战里面就是利用自己的大招做坦度的加持嘛，然后去留人。
右边阵容其实攻坚能力一般啊，就是你如果让团打起来，在蚂蚱大招伯恩鳄鱼的情况下，光靠希维尔 A 鳄鱼是费劲儿的。
而且我感觉现在团战的博弈就是右边不能把绝大部分的那种单点技能给到机器人，机器人就纯卖的
啊，他纯就是往前吸收火力的。
对啊。 这个英雄有被动，然后自己身上出了一个救赎，起风的秘籍换了个治疗，甚至一会儿闪现的话都有机会换。
看着我怎么处理了，在野区里蹲，又踹机器人，又来。
Ooh, Lehans uses the heal, out safe. I was zoning out for a second. I gotta have a healthy zone out every now and then, you know. And have a zone out as a treat for like 20 seconds or something.
左边这个阵容没什么人给机会。
Oh yeah, someone mentioned like Yorick, Neferi, Malzahar. There was actually a very good arena comp, which was Ivern, Annie for Tibbers, Ivern, Daisy, kind of like Ultimate Revolution, where you get double ults. It was insane. It was so good actually. Wait, Guri flash for that? Wait, his flash is still down, right? Yeah, hang on. Kingen, Kingen is in a little bit of danger here. He doesn't have any rage. Zeri's coming. Oh, Zeri's coming down. Oh, if Kingen pops ult now, he can get enough rage. Yeah. Can they get Kratos alone? I think they want to catch Kratos. Yeah, they wait for the Lee Sin recall. Kratos has flash. Is that going to save him? I don't know. Jiwa dashes out of the cocoon. I don't think that's worth it. I don't know. I feel like they should. Okay, probably it's still worth it, quote unquote. But they, I reckon they could have got more out of that, you know. I also wonder whether they probably could have killed the Lee Sin instead. Lee Sin is easier to kill, I think. Because Guri didn't have flash. Anyway, they get rid of the Ambassador flash, which is somewhat important. Didn't use any flashes of their own, just used 2 ults. Calyx will spot them taking the red buff. How much damage can Calyx do? Gone for the Banshee's second. It has the pen boots built up, the chainlace crushes. Does anyone get QSS? Oh, Renekton has QSS. Right, okay. So he's the only one who's paid his taxes. So Kingen's, it might be Kingen's job to cancel the Malzahar ult for someone else who's ulted. Because now Kati doesn't really want to ult the Renekton. But Renekton might be able to run at him, maybe. Okay, he catches the Lee Sin. Okay, a little bit of damage, not that much. Well, that's the most useful thing he's done the entire game, besides that one hook in lane. Okay, key misses. Dragon in 30 seconds. I mean, hang on a second. That's pretty good. They are not ready for that at all. Guy, they're just not ready for it at all. Oh my god, this is gonna, folks, this is gonna be Mountain Soul for Vikings. This is gonna be Mountain Soul for Vikings. There's 2 kills just before the soul comes up in 20 seconds. Renekton is on a hell of a random flank. He's gonna go for the inhib. He's gonna go for full inhib, fully off vision. How much can he get in here? Instant wave clip. So he's not going to stick there anymore. Dragon up in 10 seconds. Cocoon means that so long as not caught. Kingen, he does have Dominus. He needs to do some mad work here. There's no ult on Kratos. Pops the ult now. Empowered W onto him. Calix needs to land the chain, and he does. This could be a huge fight for Nongshim. Oh, they managed to get the Ambassador early. Oh, and now Jiwa gets to stack up too. Kati doesn't have ult. That's great. Oh my god, the direction of the ricochet. Starlight just saved the game. Starlight saved the game. Oh no, he's dead. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. No, LeBlanc assassinated him. It's so close for Vikings. Jiwa gets double. Does he protect himself with the Gromp? Guri's so close. Can he land a Q? No, no, he can't. Oh, it was so close for one brief second. Did they just lose in a 5v3? They just lost in like a 5v3. That is so sad. He's going to try and stop the recall, I think. He's going to do more than that. He just kills him. Oh, that is so sad. Vikings. Vikings just get scattered. Awesome play from Kinga to find out Kratos. But Vikings, they cast their net too wide. They cast their net too wide. So that stops Soul, gets a bunch of gold for Nongshim. Does that give them Baron as well? I mean, this is a great R-Flash. Great R-Flash. There's no QSS. He didn't pay his taxes. He died. Lens dies as well. So how much do they use it? They use every ult. They use every ult, whereas Kingen is pushing bot lane, and he comes in on a great flank angle. I think Kratos is trying to scout out the flank, but instead runs into it and goes way too far. One of the great things about LeBlanc is that she's very, very good at following up on something which happens on a side of the fight she's not at. I thought the ricochets might make the difference, because that's like 3 auto attacks, which cuts down a lot of HP. And then Calix finds him anyway. Oh, the electrocute kills him. The electrocute from the last auto kills him. This Kingen guy is pretty good. Can someone give me a quick rundown of his accolades over the years? Well, funnily enough, in 2022... Oh, God. Malzahar is only picked as a counter to LeBlanc, which looks very strong after the recent buff. Yeah, LeBlanc's been very, very favored by LCK teams. The LPL teams aren't drafting it. Not really. Xiaohu played it, but it didn't feel like it was, you know, first pick or whatever. Okay, so gold now in the advantage Nongshim. Do they have any extra QSSs? No. They don't have any QSSs. Oh, hang on a second. Yeah, he just uses the E to pop the Banshees. My god, just buy a goddamn QSS! Where are your taxes? Okay, Cyclone is really good from Gideon, but Styles doing a ton of damage. Kingen uses it. He has the QSS! Oh my god, Kingen is actually so carrying this. Kingen is so good at League of Legends. This guy might just be a world champion. Oh my god, Kingen. I'm sorry, that is just a montage for the 22 Finals MVP. Did we mention that before? Guri is trying his best. He does actually get down the... Oh my god, he's doing a ton of blood. My god, Guri? Did he just quadra them? Double kill. Holy sh... Oh my god. I mean, imagine if Calix had bought a QSS instead of a Banshees. Pay your goddamn cat. Oh my god. Shouldn't Lehens have gone Mikhail's over Redemption? Mikhail's doesn't remove Malzahar ult. I mean, Kingen does his damn best to carry this game. I mean, he uses the E to pop the Banshees and then ults him. It's just a quick ER. I mean, just get a QSS. Get a QSS! Oh my god. The only thing which saves this fight is Gideon having a massive Cyclone and then Renekton popping off. He's full rage, gets his E reset, so he has the second part of the mobility. Gets like a massive... He gets like a 4-man Q in there. Charges up his rage again. His E comes off cooldown. Gets it off with the Voidlings. Kills with the Strybreaker Q. Kati does kill him with the burn. Does he get one last turret shot? How does Kingen die? Oh, Kingen misjudges it. He's so close. Oh no, he does get Malzahar. In fairness, he does get Malzahar. I mean, he tries. He really does try. But Guri is also just popping off, by the way. I mean, I don't want to overshadow Guri. I've probably talked... Look, we talked a lot about Kingen. But Guri's having an insane game on the Lee Sin. That was an insane fight from him. He's cut down the gold lead to almost nothing between him and Gideon, who had a lot of farm on him. So long, he does have flash. He might... Oh, that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Oh my god. Lens? My dude. Happy gaming. Jesus, alright.
两汉子其实复活是来得及赶得上的，但这轮视野要亏。朗姆没大招，但蚂蚱还有大招。
蚂蚱有闪现打，中线被妖姬推过去了。但好在 MVKE 其实这场比赛他们对于这个中路的外移塔的防守是做得很到位，中塔迟迟不掉。MVKE 先把这个视野扎到对方的下半野区来。
So gold is still slight advantage to Nongshan, but it doesn't matter that much. What really matters more about the items now. I mean, the Sivir is critical mass. Not that Zeri isn't strong either, 3 items of the QSS. I mean, just where are you goddamn QSSs? I mean, there's one on Zeri now, which really helps, but LeBlanc, this is why Malzahar is picked into LeBlanc's. Yeah, Banshees feels meh. Why? I mean, the Banshees is not enough. You need the QSS because LeBlanc's power is in mobility. Okay, good damage from the Zeri W. Damn, by the way, Sealong is actually really fed, by the way. He has 2 items on the Elise. Has the Blood Song as well, the item, which does a hell of a lot of work. So, another fight for Soul. Calyx walks over the jumps over the wall and immediately pops back, knowing the threat there. As long as Kratos and Guri are in range for the ult target, it's pretty much someone dead and buried. Oh, that's not a bad hook! That's not a bad hook! Does he have to flash away? Shane is gonna... Calyx. Fucking hell, that's close, man. That is so close. Ugh. Okay, good W onto Kratos as well. It's coming down to Smite. Oh my god, he steals it. Gideon steals it. And now you're just... Yeah, there's everyone's too much in melee range. Style needs to do a lot of work. He can't do enough. Guri, really high mobility. Triple kill out of nowhere for Jiwoo. Oh my god, Lens lands 1 good hook, they get the steal, and that's pretty much it. They have 3 grubs. They actually legit might be able to end the game off this. Oh, he swaps the recall. Kratos can't even get a good recall. Kingen might actually be able to kill here if things go badly enough. Pop the wall, stop him from recalling. Now, what that means is that Kratos is going to take a ton of time to get back for defense. He's not even full HP yet, so they're going to lose at least full inhib here, right? At least that. They might actually lose the entire game off this. How much have they got? Kratos has ult. If they land any CC, this guy's dead. He can't do enough. Oh my god, the game is literally going to end off this. The game, that's it. And that's it. That's the game. Oh, Vikings, it's heartbreak. Game ends up with one insane fight around the dragon, a Blitzcrank Cook, a great AoE fight, and that's it. All right, 6-game day.